Did y'all hear the clicks?
Yeah.
I didn't have my. Okay, good.
We got clicks.
We got clicks and dusty knobs. Clicks and dusty knobs. All
Hopefully
around.
no
What more
dusty
could you
knobs
want?
this time.
What more could you want?
I fiddled with those knobs. They're not dusty.
They're not
Not anymore. Knock
Knock
that dust right on off.
All right, we ready?
We're ready.
Yes,
I'm
so.
Scott.
I'm Phil.
I'm Trey.
Today on the podcast, is the glass half full or half empty, man?
Oh. Man.
With our good buddies, join us today on the podcast, Moth and Wolf.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
They have a health bar too.
We do.
What do you think of this?
Ah.
You missed
This
it,
whole
Phil.
half of the room,
know.
we didn't even.
Y'all
we
don't
didn't
know how to
even
follow
try.
cues.
You
no.
gotta be on top of it.
Yeah, well,
And he just screamed it.
He did.
He did.
So
He compensated it.
I had to make up for it. I had to make up for it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on the show. Everybody in the chat.
We're gonna be talking about the empty man.
Yeah, and you just want to use your handle, or
Yeah. Just
easiest
So
way to
Mo-
deal with it.
Moth and Wolf, thank you
Wolf.
for braving the weather and traffic to join us.
I'm not sweet. I'm
So
not gonna melt.
Are you moth and you're wolf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that worked out well. I was
It
just
did.
guessing.
Yeah.
Nobody
Well,
ever
a
gets
lot
it
of
right.
a lot of a lot of people usually associate me with wolf,
Right.
Because male things, I guess.
Well, I think it's because you're a little bit shaggier.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's what I would think.
Also,
Do-
you
do-
don't stream as much as I do.
That too.
And the first name is Moth.
Ah.
So everyone just assumes that I'm Moth.
Gotcha.
Right?
You gotta
Do you
flip it
wanna-
around.
Do you guys care? Do you want to know like where it comes from? Do you want to do the?
Yeah,
do the-
absolutely.
lay it down.
Please.
My ancient ass old title that I've always used has always been Zombie Mothra.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like-
mine's Littlest Wolf.
Yeah.
And so it's just
no.
like no.
Oh, Moth and Wolf.
Moth and
Yeah,
Wolf,
that
that
works.
works,
Yeah.
The animal hybrid.
Yeah,
There you
absolutely.
I like it.
And then we just happen to like make friends with most people on Twitch with like animal names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our good buddies is Squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, really? None of us have animal names.
That's okay.
No.
Yours animal
I do have a
names.
wolf as part of my logo.
Yeah, you do.
Even though that's getting dropped.
Oh.
It's
Do you have a
2E
new
Sports.
logo?
It's 2E Sports. I've got something I'm working on. You'll see it soon.
Word.
Oh, okay. It does look like that Panthers starter jacket.
Huh? Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
got that like
right?
you know.
That goofy expression on his face. You
Yeah.
can't tell
Are
if he's like,
are you doing it yourself or?
I am kind of. I'm modifying some pre-existing work
Word.
in order to create this new logo.
Red.
Nice.
Red. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
one step at a time.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
So,
What do you think?
what did you? Yeah, what did you? What did you guys?
I've been trained.
What did you guys think of E3?
Oh, oh.
Do you-
You won E3, Scott.
I-
Scott won E3.
Scott won
Hey,
E3.
everybody.
Yeah.
Scott won E3.
Nintendo-
Well,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
and
yeah.
here's,
23.
this is something that I said on my Facebook after watching the Nintendo presentation. Nintendo fans are incredibly patient.
Oh, so.
Because we have to be.
Loyal.
Because a lot of patient and loyal, and because we have to be, because there's very few things that come out over a long span of time. It's very few and far between, but boy, when we get stuff, we get some good shit.
Well, this was kind of a dump.
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. There was a lot in that presentation that I was just stupid excited
Yeah.
about.
I didn't see anything. What did Nintendo?
All right. Well,
Oh, you didn't see
specific.
the.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
You didn't see anything?
Oh,
You didn't
any
see
of it?
Metroid Dread?
Metroid
I haven't
Dread.
seen anything.
Oh.
New 2D Metroid.
You didn't see Super Monkey Ball is back?
I didn't even
No,
see that.
really?
Monkey Ball is
Awesome.
back!
It's like a
Oh.
big collection of like just a bunch of different games. Super stoked about that.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
the thing that I'm the most stoked about currently, because it's coming to me first, and the demo will be out next week, I believe on Friday, is the Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Monster Hunter
Okay,
RPG.
but what is
Yeah.
what is fundamentally different between those?
It's
games?
turn-based.
It's turn-based.
Really?
Talking to you, Mike.
That's
Sorry.
I already told you that.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll turn it. Yeah.
Yeah, turn
there
towards
you
you.
go.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you
there
might.
we go.
I was getting cozy and I was looking at something.
I know. See, I was thinking.
But
I could
yeah,
lean
no.
back out of frame over here, but my
Yeah.
I'm
Your
restricted.
cord.
Yeah, they took away all of the Monster Hunteriness and made it turn-based, but it still has the same crafting system,
Which-
still has the same, you know.
And you can ride some of the monsters.
Yeah.
You can breed them and hatch them out of eggs, and they look adorable, and I love it.
It's way cuter. Yeah.
It's way cuter. Yeah, the thing I've always liked the Monster Hunter world, but I've never liked the combat.
I don't dig the gameplay, man.
Yeah,
They make it overly complicated. It's a little cumbersome.
Yeah.
For a game that is as reaction heavy as it is.
absolutely.
I don't feel like I'm doing anything in those games.
Really.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm there.
You're
and things
dodging
are
a lot.
happening, I'm
You are
dodging.
dodging.
But you really like Dragon's Dogma, right?
I really
they,
like
They
Dragon's
have a
Dogma. That's a great
Dragon's
game.
Dogma-ness to them, you know what I
They
mean?
do, but like
kinda
I
have
still
that-
feel like I'm doing like damage to these things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
then in Monster Hunter, I'm just it doesn't matter what I have.
They just
I
bowl through
really,
your
I really
shit
enjoy
all the time.
They do.
the weapon archetypes.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Obviously, I do a
Yeah.
fantastic job for having 20 of them in each fucking game.
Right.
You know. And like that's rad. But it's still, I just like great. I got a giant maze.
Yeah.
And
And
in the
I know I
beginning-
just smack the shit out of this thing, and it's
Yeah.
just
My
like,
only problem with Monster Hunter is sometimes I have to ask myself the question, am I having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they do have a very deep combat system, you
Yeah.
know, a fully hashed out world. These monsters are just awesome.
Oh,
I mean,
they
really,
look
they're
great.
animated very, very well,
Yeah.
so they really feel alive. However, I feel like the game is a little bit almost too difficult. Like it has a very steep learning curve, and
Information dump at the beginning, too.
absolutely,
Super dumb.
absolutely. And there's a lot that you really just don't know until you learn through trial and error.
Absolutely.
Right? Which means that you have to dedicate a lot of time and a lot of failure.
Oh, yeah.
To it's like Souls before Souls.
Right,
You know,
totally,
and it's always
Pretty
been that
close, because we were talking about that as far as like the comparing the gameplay, and I think I always compared the combat to like a Souls game.
Way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
like, you will die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were saying something about it, how it's
As
it
a
is-
big Souls player, I feel disappointed in the way the gameplay feels.
absolutely, yeah, because
you
I
know?
don't play a lot of Souls.
Yeah, it
'cause
has
that
the
shit's just too
similarities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like this new the Final Fantasy
Origin.
Stranger
Origin.
of
Oh, yeah.
Paradise.
Paradise. You know.
Yeah, like I really dig that gameplay loop because it feels like Neo.
Yeah.
It does look generic in certain ways, and I actually don't like the graphics a lot of the time. But
But the systems.
you know, its systems are great. Yeah, the system's great. It feels just like a Team Ninja game. You know,
In the Final Fantasy universe.
yeah, that's
Like,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, okay,
I'm
well,
solid with it.
It was
yeah.
fun to watch you play it last
Yeah,
night.
it's all about the parries, man.
Man,
Like I didn't realize what
Which
you
is
were
the bane of
playing
my
at first,
existence.
and then
Oh.
you started fighting a bomb.
Oh,
and it's just
yeah.
like, oh, it's
Wait,
a bomb. Oh,
yeah.
this is wait, what?
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
way that you actually have to handle the bombs, like it's like you can run in and try to just waylay them,
Yeah.
just melee them to death. and
Start
that's
pumping
fine,
them with fireballs,
but
man.
That's what you do. You soak up
Oh.
their fire and then you feed it back to them.
Because as soon as you parry, you get like fire tokens,
exactly,
basically.
you get three.
cool.
You get
Yeah,
three
yeah.
shots.
Is that
yeah,
is
depending.
yeah.
yeah.
Is that anything like the what is it, the junction?
It's like an
system?
instant junction.
Right.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
kind of
system or
It's
like,
like
the
an
draw
ability
system
leech.
from 8 or
kind
whatever.
of, yeah. But
Yeah.
you're doing it on the fly with a parry.
Exactly.
And
You throw them back at the bombs, and every time they get hit by fire,
That's
they
awesome.
grow.
you can do the same
One
thing
more
with,
time, they
with
grow.
Garland,
Third
man.
time, they self-destruct.
When Garland
Instead
starts
of-
throwing fireballs
Oh,
at
yeah.
you absorb his, and then when he has the ice
ice
sword,
up,
you use them
throw
to
it-
get rid of
exactly.
the ice
That's
sword.
how I finally
Yeah.
end up defeating him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to crush his ice sword, or he's such an asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Blizzard's no joke.
So I mean that's probably the thing that I thought was the coolest from E3 in general.
yeah.
But Metroid
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 Dread
Dread.
looks great. I can't
think-
wait for
Man.
a brand new
We're just
2D
not gonna
Metroid. That's
talk
gonna be
about
so
Elden
much
Ring?
fun.
Oh well,
Or are we
Elden Ring's
just leaving it out
That's
because
that
it's
summer
of
games
play,
thing.
so we're just gonna keep
yeah,
those separate.
because I mean we kind of covered that
Okay,
last
all right,
week. That's
that's
all I'm
fair,
saying.
that's fair,
But
okay.
obviously Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
But
about
again,
all
I'm
the
in
information I
Scott's
just
boat
received.
when it comes to Souls-like.
Yeah,
Right.
I will partake in the day-old tradition of sitting on someone else's couch watching them. play.
Absolutely.
And I love every minute of it.
Yeah.
I will stream a
Because
lot of Elden Ring.
I will play
just for you guys.
I will play 8 hours of a Souls-like and
Yeah.
not go anywhere
Oh,
and have
yeah.
a ball with it.
Yeah.
But after that 8 hours, I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
Done getting
there you
crushed.
go.
Well,
Right?
it's one of those things. I love the lore. I love the world.
Yeah.
And I love hearing like people who actually like delve into the Souls games. Like I like hearing them talk about it.
Totally.
But I'll get on it and die like 5 times within the first like
Oh,
hour
yeah.
and be like, fuck
Yeah.
this isn't for me. Yeah, like it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
not
yeah,
for me. I recognize how much of a masterpiece these games are, but nah. No,
Absolutely.
I'm going back to Zelda.
Yep. Bloodborne kicks you in the dick pretty hard at the
Pretty
beginning.
hard.
man.
fucking
It
hard.
doesn't fucking care at all.
Bloodborne's
It's
the
trying
easiest
to,
of all of them.
and
though.
that's funny about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's still one that as soon as you start it, you get discouraged.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get fucking
But
But
discouraged.
now that seems to
Yeah.
be a trend, man. Like
Yeah.
that's what people are looking for. You know, it's like
Yeah.
either they're looking for it for the meme worthiness of it all,
Uh-huh.
or people actually like a challenge.
I mean,
Oh,
I like
no,
the
no,
challenge.
I mean,
I
that's
really
the
do.
thing.
100,
You
yeah.
actually get to say to yourself, like, "Hey, this game is one of the hardest games out there, and I beat it."
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
What else?
Personal satisfaction. through
What
the
else
roof.
E3 wise? Did you guys see that? You cared?
Microsoft knocked it out of the park.
I mean,
Oh,
Game
I
Pass.
know. And
Fucking
I-
Game Pass.
I think
man.
they did okay.
Ooh, it's
Well,
really
because they
just
had-
Game
what
Pass.
did
No, yeah,
Right,
but just
Game
just
Pass,
game.
yes.
Day one, day one
Yes.
drops. Are you kidding?
Day
me?
one drops
Yeah.
on Game
Yeah,
Pass
that's
is
huge.
crazy.
Yeah,
man.
that's huge.
There's at least
huge.
4 games that I saw that I was like, oh, I would have just bought that.
Yeah, because like
yeah.
their biggest hits were Starfield, but that being exclusive. That's
Exclusive
the thing.
and day one on Game
and we'll
Pass.
see how that game actually comes out to
Like the
play.
Game Pass that we have.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
like they're,
Yeah.
they're doing like so like the new Baldur's Gate.
yeah.
Day one.
That's
Game
yeah,
Pass.
that's
Oh,
actually
is that
launched today, right?
Whoa,
zombie
really?
game?
Yeah,
Back for
Baldur's
Blood.
Gate.
Back for
Absolutely,
Blood.
Back
Yeah.
for Blood.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're getting on.
We were
that.
talking about that last week with
Oh,
the zombie
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
clearly know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
You're good.
absolutely.
See,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
caught
you
up.
know it. You know the
Yeah.
You're informed.
Well, I'm pretty sure we were gonna go back and like review some of the E3 stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
earlier this
It's-
week.
it's
but
always
then
a time thing, man,
it
yeah.
was just, you know.
It's
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of information, and then the way that E3. Okay, see, we're kind of zooming through the whole E3 is trash thing.
No.
I think that this new format is not working because you have a lot of people that want to take up their hour-long slot that really don't have a lot of content to fill that hour up with.
Totally.
You know, I feel like Capcom was definitely guilty of that.
They
You know,
were just like, well, I mean, hey, this
Yeah,
just launched. You remember
right.
that?
And
a
then
month
the
ago.
worst thing is that they even said they were like, okay, and then we're gonna have some announcements. We're gonna
Yeah.
close with announcements from Capcom fighters. All of a sudden, all ears went up. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, oh, let's go. But what did they talk about? Esports. Esports.
Not
for
a new
about
Marvel,
10 minutes.
not Nope.
a new character for Street Fighter. Not
No.
a final DLC character.
Nope.
None of that. None of that.
None of it.
And so I do feel like a
Well-
lot of people just don't know what to do with this time.
Well, on that point, and going back to even the Nintendo presentation, like
they just
afterwards
did a direct.
they had the
treehouse.
Yeah, they just did, afterwards they had
Yeah.
the treehouse,
Which was
and
really
there
cool.
was
Yeah.
nothing on that other than the Monster Hunter.
Man,
that
Mario
they were
Party.
playing.
I
They
got
played
did
Mario
have
Party, and that shit looked fun.
But
And
I
it's
was
a
like,
remake
look
of the
at-
first one
But I,
stuff,
like-
right? Isn't that what they're doing? They're putting a
No.
bunch of boards from Mario Party 1 on
Well,
there,
yeah,
too?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like the
Yeah.
last Mario Party. What was it called? Mario Party, like not All Stars.
I
Anyway,
did skip
it
a
didn't
lot of
perform
it
very
just
well.
because I didn't want to know shit about Metroid Dread. I was
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
I
no,
don't
I'm
want
not
to see
watching
that game at all.
So I did
Yeah.
skip a lot of it, but
Okay.
but other than the Monster Hunter thing, I was just like, man, this is really nothing here for me.
yeah,
you
they,
know?
they had a lot of little
Man,
things.
Little
in
There's a
there.
weird
but
one
this is
that
the,
I
the thing
found.
about it is that this goes back to what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, and why Nintendo is shutting down all these emulator sites.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want to reuse all of those old IPs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Advance Wars 1 and 2, right?
Which
Out
is
the
rad.
gate. Which
That,
is
what-
that
rad.
unexpected and rad.
Right,
That was cool.
You know, and so that's what they're doing. They're like, okay, all of this, our portfolio, that's our wallet, that's our future wallet,
absolutely.
and we don't want anybody touching it because we're gonna spoon feed. We're gonna see Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Gold
And
one
Gold,
day,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
and Blue. You know,
Yeah.
it's like because people will pay for
Yeah,
it. man.
they will.
I mean, they could release Chrono Trigger, but I mean,
Well, that's a Square thing, though.
yeah, but they're friends with Square again.
Yeah, right.
You
right.
know?
that goes a long way.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
I guess
They've
They-
been re-released like how many?
I
They've
think-
been
I think
re-releasing all the
Square-
fucking Final Fantasy
I
games.
think
Where's
Square's more-
where's
Square-
the best RPG
I think
ever made?
Square knows Square's own worth and that they don't necessarily need Nintendo like they once did.
No, they
At
really
one
don't.
point in
No.
time, they really needed them, and now
Absolutely.
it's like, do you want our game or not? That's
Oh.
on you. You know, like Final
Man.
Fantasy 16 looking lit. Do you want some of that?
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, is
I don't know if they'll be able
Is
to run that on
14
oh,
Switch.
is
Hell
14
no.
on the Switch?
There's no way.
14.
Is it on the
no,
Switch?
it was supposed to have come to Switch.
Yeah.
Which is one of the primary reasons why I bought a Switch.
Yeah.
And then they scrapped it.
Then they didn't do it.
Man.
Didn't do it.
That sucks.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, it'd be
Hit
very
walls, man. Hit
difficult.
walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That system hits walls. Man,
It really
real
does.
quick.
It
That's
does.
facts. That's facts.
Well, there's a Switch game that's coming out, Japan exclusive, that looks amazing. It's a Shin-Chan game.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
I wanna
it,
see
it looks
yeah.
really good.
I
is
wanna
it
play
really a
that.
Shinsha?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
How did
yeah.
I miss that? Was that an E3?
It was in the Japanese treehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do a different one for their region and for us. So it's
But
like
I mean, it's it's not like
Everybody
you're
else gets these games.
as long
Yeah.
as you're
But
willing
Japan
to
gets these
yeah, as long as you're willing to import it, you can still
Yeah.
play it.
You
because,
can.
Yeah, because
It-
Switch
no
is a
region
region
lock.
lock.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
going to have a localized translation though, and the game looks like it's like a kind of an action adventure with a lot of dialogue heavy.
Oh, yeah.
So you might really completely
Kinda
lose
want-
context on,
yeah, exactly.
you know,
As long as the gameplay is there, people won't care.
as long as
Yeah.
he's pulling his little pants down,
That's right.
then I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. I just want to see him shining his booty all over the place. Oh man.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think Game Pass was the only thing that, I mean, Metroid Dread, Game Pass.
I mean, Forza, that was to be expected.
Yeah, but the Xbox stuff feels
had
phoned in because it's exactly that. It's what you expect.
Well,
Oh,
they also
you know?
had what was it called? Somerville. That was the one that is from the Inside team.
Oh,
Did you ever
okay.
play Inside?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you remember those games?
Yeah.
They did Inside. What did they do before that? They were
Wasn't it
not Little
Limbo?
Nightmare. Limbo. Yes,
Limbo,
Same
that's
team
it.
that did
Uh-huh.
Limbo. Yeah.
It's the Limbo
And
team.
so like that's kind of cool to me
Yeah.
because those games
Yeah.
are great. You know,
Absolutely.
but they're very niche.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
a lot of people don't really play.
It seemed
them.
like indies were the biggest
Yes.
thing of the show, just
y-
across the
yes.
board. You know,
But I
Absolutely.
feel like the past few years, that's
it's
really
been
That's kinda
indies are
been-
carrying
well,
it.
Yeah,
right?
it's like
Yeah.
either you,
Yeah.
you give me new tech,
Mhm.
or I'm gonna care about the indies.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
because the indies, they can actually explore, you know, possibilities within gaming.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of companies try to go for that safe bet because
Oh,
it's so
absolutely.
expensive to make a game, right, and distribute the game.
Definitely.
It's like
Well-
Outer Wilds 2.
Yeah.
You know, like they showed nothing on it, but it's very tongue in cheek the way that they did it.
Outer
you know?
Worlds.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds.
Outer
Outer
Worlds?
Worlds, not
The,
Outer Wilds. They came out at the
what's-
same time, so it's
Yeah,
always
I
confusing.
know,
It was
man.
all
It's
the,
Outer Worlds
Fallout
2.
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Obsidian.
Yeah.
There you go.
And,
Yes,
yeah, and it's just
Obsidian.
like,
Mhm.
why? I don't know. They didn't even. I mean, it was like no gameplay, like
Yeah.
nothing real. But hey,
Hey,
some of
but
that's
some
the
of
thing,
the
getting
horizon-
one.
It took itself, but like that's how they were going
Yeah.
about it because they're
Right.
like, this is the intro scene.
Yeah.
And here we're gonna,
Exactly.
We're gonna
It's
have
perf.
some shiny crystals and a guy that's super shadowed out because we haven't finished the concept.
Yeah,
art.
exactly.
But you know what? Coming next year, Outer Worlds 2. See
It
you
was
guys
brilliant.
Work
It
in
was
progress.
absolutely
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But here it is, man. Here it is, and this is the year. This was the final nail in the coffin that really just drives home the fact that Novid 21 is real.
Novid.
This is Novid. You know, my concept of Novid 21 is due to COVID 2020, game development was super stunted. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
Except for a lot of consumers that are like, okay, so 2020, we still got games. They came out on time because they've been in production for years. You know,
Yeah.
So whatever. 2021 rolls around, and this is the year where all of a sudden we're seeing things get delayed and getting delayed and getting delayed. We're seeing games come out that don't work out of the box.
Yeah.
You know, we're seeing games come
Saying
out.
demos coming out corrupted.
Demos come out corrupted. Looking at you, stranger of paradise. You are a
Ooh.
stranger of paradise. You
Come
don't
on,
like
man.
paradise.
Come on.
You don't like pleasant things. You don't
You're
like
right.
people playing
It took him
video
like
games.
2 days, and Square's response was, "We know about it.
No, yeah, you know, whatever.
We're aware.
We'll get to it.
That's what they
Yeah,
said.
you'll
You don't
wait.
need to tell us.
You're gonna
You'll
download it
w-
anyway.
right.
You all did.
Uh-huh.
You all did.
Oh, and that's what they tell you. They're like, the file is corrupted. Download it again and try again.
Yeah.
And
Just
I
keep trying.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times back to
No
back.
shit.
And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I did.
Oh, it took me once.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
I wasn't giving up.
Oh, you have that downloaded?
We do.
Oh,
I was
didn't know.
playing it.
can try it out.
No, I think you were doing runs, and I was messing around on it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to
The Jimmy Buffett game.
one of the mold walls,
The
the big one.
Oh,
What were you
yeah.
playing?
The first big mold wall.
And Search
Yeah, you know the
because I'd seen
the-
people
the
play.
butthole that you have to.
But it, like I had to go
yeah,
do a
yeah.
thing. But it was
Okay.
one of those. I'm just like, all right, no, probably not gonna open this back up again.
Yeah.
But it was rad. It was
Yeah.
rad. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it.
I always get those characters have some dude bro voices, man.
They do.
Oh, well,
They
speaking
are
of dude bros, that
grim and gritty,
What
man.
were you
that
saying
AI
about
is
it's
trash.
potentially like
what it is that it's a precursor to it's an origin story for Final Fantasy 1. And so
Yeah.
a lot of Final Fantasy 14 lore draws upon all universes of Final Fantasy, all individual worlds. And so they do have a heavy focus on like Garlon.
Yeah.
Along this, which is part of the Garlean Empire, blah, 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 blah. So when I first saw it, I got super hyped because I'm just like, oh shit, 14 lore. But then I had to check myself and be like, oh wait, no, 14-year-old lore, a lot of that is one lore.
Yeah.
And so this
Yeah.
is specifically aimed at Final Fantasy 1, which is
Right.
smart moves.
Hey, man, I'm down for it.
So does that mean
smart
this is like the end of the game that we're seeing?
No.
So
no. Because what's probably going to happen, if I had to guess, spoilers, I think...
Pre-spoilers.
I think that, this is just... I love lore, right? I think that Jack will probably end up becoming becoming Chaos.
Okay.
Or Garland. He might end up being Garland.
I mean, I
Who
noticed
might
he has
end
some
up
of the same
becoming
attacks.
Chaos, exactly.
Yeah,
And he
you
is
saw
like,
that too.
He's a harsh motherfucker.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, which one? Was that Castlevania with Gabriel Belmont? Which Castlevania was that? The one where he actually ended up being Dracula.
Shadows, Lord of Shadows.
Lord of Shadows.
Yeah.
Lord of
It
Shadows.
reminds
And that's
me a lot of
what's
that.
his name from Ravenous? The actor. What's the dude? He's in Train Spotting.
Fucking Bigby.
Yeah, Bigby from
Bigby.
Train Spotting. Yeah, it's that guy.
Right, you know,
Robert
anytime,
Carlyle.
anytime
Carlyle.
your protagonist has a voice like this,
Yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh.
just like he's saying evil as fuck shit all the time. You know, we've got this
Can't wait to
curveball
see
coming.
Floral.
You know exactly.
So
It's like,
edgy.
oh, die and break. Like die and break.
Yeah, come on,
okay. You know?
I was watching you stream that shit, and then motherfucker said die and break. I was
He
just
says some
like,
crazy shit, man. I'm like, why are you popping
That
off so
is rough.
hard?
Yeah.
Like you're
Hey.
chilling with the boys.
Sometimes you just gotta be an edgelord.
No, right,
Yeah, right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
especially
He
I
wears
love
the
it.
shit out of his t-shirt. Man. He
Absolutely.
does.
God, dude, I really hope that they implement multiplayer because if I have to
Oh,
run around,
my God,
with
they're
those
idiots.
dudes,
They're
oh my
fucking
God.
morons.
Dude, I'm just gonna let them die. That's just what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna let them die. I'm never gonna use a potion to heal them.
Yeah.
And so
Those potions are more valuable than their lives.
absolutely, yes,
1000%.
yes.
I don't know. I mean, I'm about it. I don't know if it's a $70 game. I might have to add it. You know, it's
That
'cause
$7 price tag's rough.
That, yeah, it's rough. Even $10 more, you just look at it, you're like, fuck this.
It depends on how long they make that game. Because I mean, with it
Yeah.
being a Final Fantasy, it could end up being like a 100-hour game.
And then
It
it's
could be
sold.
long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sold.
It's
I'm
like-
good. Yeah, I just don't want some short
But
ass
do you
game.
really
that,
want
you know,
a 100-hour long Souls-like?
I would like a potentially 100-hour long Souls like, not one that
Like
forces
one
you.
playthrough, not New Game Plus, New Game
No,
Plus,
no.
plus, whatever.
Like
the fuck.
if the regular playthrough is like 40, 50 hours, 30 to 50 hours, let's say in that,
Right.
and then you have this
Can farm.
a bunch of extra content.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
like side
bonus-
quests.
Yeah, side
Because-
quests, extra
and-
bosses, shit like that.
Well,
Well,
having
that's
access-
like
that's what I want,
going and
you know?
finding the ultimate weapons.
Yeah,
Because you know
well,
that
like
shit's
Neo.
gonna be in there.
Neo's that
Yeah.
way, you
And-
know.
and-
You can bang through Neo if you
Oh,
really,
yeah.
you know, try to.
Absolutely.
But there's so much other shit that you can do, you know.
I think that like
So I trust them on that.
a huge chunk of the replay value will come from the fact that you can play as every class and every job.
Yeah, because
It's like Final Fantasy 14.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you have you
that
have,
was one of the neater things I thought.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Take away. I was
And
like,
you can
this
even
is-
Maybe a
change
switch
mid combo.
between-
If you use a special
Exactly.
attack, then you hit triangle and it automatically transitions. You can kind of do like the Devil May Cry stance change kind of thing.
Yes.
You know, that never worked so well in Ninja Gaiden with weapon changes.
No.
You know, you'd want to, you know,
no,
but it just
don't do it.
doesn't
Nah,
work.
you're Good. Not unless you get some breathing room
Yeah.
and like mid combo. Absolutely not.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited about that one though. What I thought was really funny though is they wrapped up. I mean, I guess it was the last main show. PC Gamer did their PC showing, and it was so fucking phoned in, and it was so trash. And the whole time, like they were trying to do this, like we're on a spaceship theme. That's why we're talking to you through communications rather
Last
than.
time I saw somebody do that, it was Kanye West.
Man,
He came out. He came out at
Look, I'm on a
Bonnaroo.
spaceship.
We've been waiting. No, real talk. This happened to me, man. You know, we're sitting there waiting for Kanye to come out. We saw who was it? Metallica played, Pearl Jam played, and it's like, okay, let's do this. Kanye was supposed to go on next at 11 p.m. Kanye did not want to come and perform because he wanted to be the very last performer of the night. So even the small little bands at little tents where they may have one or two people there,
Everybody had to be done. Man, come on.
He had a glow in the dark show planned. Okay, this dude came out at 6 a.m.
What, he just stand in the sun all day?
I mean, the sun was coming up, and when he came out, I'm telling you, he came out, and there was a big monitor, and it was like this computer AI talking to him like he was on a spaceship, and he would talk to the AI. And that was it. And then he'd
What
do
are
his
you
songs.
doing, Kanye?
Dude, this happened, bro. And everybody in the crowd is so fucked up that they're like, "Is this really happening? Are we hallucinating this together? Are we all together in this? He's not even here, is he? You know?" And then he did. He just fucking mic dropped and walked off the stage, and it was crazy. Because
after how many songs?
he performed like maybe 9, 10. He did a lot
Okay,
of medleys.
okay.
But that's
So
the
a
funny
decent
thing,
amount.
right? That's the funny thing. Everyone was so pissed off the whole time until those beats dropped.
Then it
All right?
didn't matter.
Everybody's so salty. Then the beat drops and everybody's like, oh, start dancing and everything. Song goes off. boo. Next song comes on. Yeah. It was the weirdest shit to me,
That's
man.
funny.
He knew what he was doing, man.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Cashing that check.
Well, man, this PC show, they kept showing like here's a monitor for $3,000.
Right.
Every feature you want to see. Here's a handheld gaming PC for $1,500, and then it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
now here's
I did see that one.
here's
That's
15 minutes of
ridiculous.
pixel art indie games
Yeah.
that you can run on your phone.
I feel
Yay!
the same way about the
Yeah.
VR showcase, man. I feel like
It's just-
I feel like
Yeah,
there
we
a
were
lot of
watching
those.
that last week, and it was
We-
just, I don't know, man. There's just.
Did you get excited about anything?
Uh,
They said some new pistol
Puzzle
whip
Bobble.
stuff. Puzzle Bobble.
Puzzle
Puzzle
Bobble.
Bobble.
It's a bubble bobble VR game where there's like a cube rotating and you gotta
Yeah.
shoot the bubbles at
It's
the
like-
thing and it looks fucking
It's
great.
like,
That's kinda
do you
rad.
guys
Yeah.
remember? Do you guys remember the N64 game Tetrasphere?
yeah.
It's kind. It's
I never
kind of
had
like that.
N64, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
well-
Sorry.
No,
You're
I
blessed.
mean, I
You're
don't.
blessed.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say, don't apologize.
Yeah.
I
on
had,
No,
I
that's-
had, I had
that's-
neighbors.
It's good.
Yeah, it's like-
You didn't need that.
No. It doesn't even look good on a shelf.
Nope.
You know, you have that thing in front
Can't
of your TV.
even
It's like
stack that
you can't
shit.
stack
Yeah.
it. You can't do
Can't
anything,
stack it.
especially.
You
No.
know?
Even that little memory card kind of did look cool.
Yeah.
Something about that red grading on the top.
Oh, you're
Hey,
talking
man,
about
I got
the
a soft spot in my-
expansion.
Expansion?
pack.
I got a
Yeah.
soft spot in my heart for the Rumble Pack.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's make that awkward ass controller more awkward.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's
Put a
just
ward
put
on the back of
fucking
it.
brick on it.
And it rumbles that one direction.
Heavens hell.
Damn it.
What you do is you put this on the floor and it moves across
It moves
the floor.
itself. Yeah, absolutely.
Because back then they didn't really understand like subtlety with the motors. It was just
no.
full tilt motor,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
on or off. That's what you get.
You know, I mean, I think that I think we saw the reason why so many devs pulled out of E3 this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
You know, like especially
It's
now.
cumbersome at this point to even do it.
It
you know?
is, and it feels like it seemed like all of those because, like I said, even Ubisoft showing off Far Cry 6 and
That was
But like they
kinda
had
cool.
just put out that trailer that showed all the features.
So why-
like 3
yeah.
days before?
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
just like,
If they have their own events,
too
why do
late.
they need E3?
but see,
Right.
that's why
You know?
Sony does it.
Yeah.
They're like,
Fuck it.
Right.
We'll
It's, like,
just-
it's like
yeah.
Nintendo did Nintendo's normal shit. They're like,
Nintendo's
here,
been
we're just going to
doing
give you
this-
our direct,
yeah.
and you can put that on as our E3
Well, that's what they've been
presentation,
doing for
and then we're done.
years.
And they know
at
how
this
to be
point.
excited
Yeah,
about
they've-
their own
yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't care what the event is. They're just gonna be Nintendo there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And they shined with this, but everybody else phoned it the fuck
What
out.
else? What else? We had a new Vampire the Masquerade game that looked like trash.
Yeah, man. I just.
they keep trying to push that.
I
man.
don't know
They keep pushing.
why.
They keep trying
Well,
to do
well,
that.
there was the
whole world.
werewolf
I was
Dude,
reading
thing,
yeah,
right?
that awful
Werewolf looked
game.
fucking
Right.
horrible.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a couple
Yeah.
streamers,
Super
they're like some of the bigger ones.
bad.
Like we like to watch, like legitimately 30 minutes
Yeah.
in, they're like, we got to switch.
You can
something
tell
else.
that by watching the trailer, man.
Dude,
Like you know what I'm
yes.
saying? You can tell so much by watching the trailer if you pay attention.
What's up? Isn't Wraith part of that? That whole thing, the Wraith VR game. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it? I
Think
don't know.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, but because like that whole universe, you know what started off as tabletop
Tabletop.
RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to
Yeah.
love
there's
Vampire the
there's
Masquerade.
Yeah.
They're so
White
good.
Wolf,
different books. Like, what do you
Vampire,
wanna do?
Hunter.
They're all these
You
different
guys are like
clans.
Is it the
vampires
World
over
of
here?
Darkness? Is that what that's
There
called?
you
Yes.
go.
The,
There you
Yes.
The world. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they
But
all
the
have really
problem
good
with-
source material, but
Well, the problem with Vampire the Masquerade is like you have to have some serious chops in order
Yeah.
to represent each one of the vampire clans accurately and then balance them all out because there's like 20 different clans and they're all like it's like the houses in Harry Potter, right?
Right,
Like they're dramatically different from one another. You know, you got like the Tremere who are over here and they're like kind of the smoother vamps, you know. Then you got the Nosferatu who, I mean, clearly, you know, ugly as fuck. And with
Right,
the-
right, right.
Yeah.
You know, all their teeth are razor sharp. You know, it's just
can't
kinda
even
weird. Like,
be accepted in society. Yeah.
Exactly. So they use obfuscation and I forgot what they call the disguises and stuff and such. But I mean, it's like I think that we're at a point where we could really use a good vampire game. Okay, I think in VR, I think that'd be the best place for it. A vampire game where you are the vampire.
You wanna-
get
you
to be
just
the
wanna
villain
buy
of
the
the
neck
night.
in VR?
Yeah,
Like
I
last
want
year,
to
that was
stalk
pretty
people.
decent.
Say again.
What was that one that came out like last year or the year before that was pretty decent apparently? Was
That
it just Vamp?
I think it was just called
Vamp.
Yeah,
I heard- I wanna
Vampire.
say I
It's called
Vampire.
Vampire.
There you
Vampire
go.
with a Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, vampire.
Vampire. Oh.
Vampire.
Vampire.
You know?
Yeah, that one.
It's
That was alright.
I think only because of things like Shadowrun and like I can't think of any reason why they keep trying with the Masquerade because it never works.
No, but even then,
Not once.
Shadowrun still hasn't really gotten
The 2D ones are
Since
good.
the
The 2D ones are
SNES.
fantastic.
Yeah, the Super NES and
But
the
like,
Genesis.
no, but even like the PC ones.
They've made 3
they did, like,
new ones. Yeah, that are pretty much in
that
that
are-
same
they're, like,
kind of
isometric.
thing.
Oh, really good.
Yeah, they're isometric
Yeah, they're
Shadowrun
good.
games
still
that
hard
are
as fuck?
fucking good. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can completely screw yourself way early.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and all that
Like
good
I
shit.
stopped. I
Yeah.
stopped playing one because I was pissed
Yeah,
off where I got.
they feel
I'm
more
stuck in the
like
corner.
Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You know, they feel more
Right,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
the isometric RPGs we
Oh, that's
want.
great. I didn't
yeah.
even know those existed.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, but where's my AAA money for that?
Yeah, no.
Because there's no fucking reason.
Well, instead they fucking
That I shouldn't have that
they
right now.
wasted a Shadowrun AAA development on that trash shooter for the 360.
I remember. You remember that?
You know,
Yeah.
the
Which had neat
class-based
mechanics, but it was only multiplayer.
Yeah, but it was
You
it
know?
was trying to be a hero shooter before they figured that out, and it was
Yeah.
you know trying to do it with a I don't know, man.
was
Well, I
weird.
feel like they're
It was
just
weird.
slapping
Yeah.
gameplay or slapping a franchise on top of gameplay instead of
Yeah.
really like, you know, building something for the ground up around those.
Yeah.
You know, because when you think about people who love tabletop, by default, these people like imagination.
Oh, absolutely.
Like just by default.
Totally,
That's just what is what the thing that you're doing is pure imagination. And so for a lot of these companies that just want to cash in, the same ones that make like, you know, a video game based on an anime just because the anime exists.
totally,
You know, like I feel like it takes a lot more time, love, and care to make a game like that AAA. And I feel like people
voice
just
acting kills it so quick
Oh,
too.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
you have shitty voice acting and you just don't feel
See,
it
at least,
anymore.
at least
Yeah.
Cyberpunk had good voice acting. At least I feel like.
Most of the time,
For the most part, yeah.
most of the time,
and it
it
has
did.
some great crackhead dances.
Oh,
Dude, they get down in the streets.
They
You're right,
do,
dude.
man.
Uh-huh.
They do.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, if you had to pick, why do Cyberpunk when you could have done Shadowrun? Now, don't get me wrong. There's gonna be that big corner who's gonna be like, "Oh, you just made Skyrim with guns. I don't know what this is. This is tough."
Right.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna go ahead and do it,
Yeah.
like, cause the whole time, anytime I saw Cyberpunk stuff, I was like, "Oh, yeah, these trailers are rad, great, excited." But I'm playing it and I'm like, "Man, but I just want to throw a lightning ball right now."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that the whole,
Regardless of criticisms to Cyberpunk itself.
Right.
I think the
Just
goal was because there have been so many Shadowrun titles, and was kind of to remove themselves from those shackles, right? Which, in my mind, it's like, wow, so those are people that will just invest in your product because they love Shadowrun and love the universe.
They just hear the name and go
right,
after it.
and
Yeah.
just, yeah, you know. But I mean,
IP
they
sport.
drummed up some hype for Cyberpunk, so clearly that wasn't the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like
You know?
before that, I didn't know what Cyberpunk
So,
was.
so
The pen and
okay,
paper?
thinking about
No.
it retroactively, would you have liked if Shadowrun's name was slapped on that piece of software?
Yes,
Really?
absolutely.
Even to today?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Even if it was just as
because,
buggy.
because even that,
Right, because
even if it was just as buggy, because I feel like you have more. You know, if we were gonna treat it, I guess like all open world action RPGs, like fucking Bethesda does.
Right.
I mean, where's everyone else front face like criticizing Bethesda for 3/4 cooking a game and pushing it out?
Right.
Yeah.
What is the best thing about playing a Bethesda game? Playing it on PC. Why?
Mods.
Dedicated mod community.
Yep.
That makes
Yeah,
it
that's
true.
better.
That's very, very true.
But I mean, you have so much more, you know, things to play with
Yeah.
in a Shadowrun world, as opposed to just cyborgs.
Yeah.
I could see them
know?
just being like, you know what, we don't want you to mar our name. But then again, nobody saw it coming, right? So
That's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
you know,
That's
nobody saw it coming.
It,
It
it
looked-
also.
I would have bought it as, but then again, I bought it as Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same,
right.
Same,
Yeah.
same. In which, don't get me wrong, I'm going to go back to that game at some point.
I will
I
too.
keep saying the
I'm
same
waiting
thing.
for that patch. You
I
know.
don't want to install it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my problem.
it's so big.
If look, if fucking
So
No Man's
big.
Sky's still kicking and
Yeah.
prospering apparently,
Oh yeah.
well, that's
because
a
they-
different
yeah.
thing, though.
It is,
You
it
know,
is,
that's
but
a-
still.
And we
and-
have a different kind
right.
of.
You know, and then
Yeah.
and the thing about No Man's Sky is that Hello Games loves their game.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what really shows. And they're willing to take a step back and be like, you know what? We'll put this extra money in. We're not going to make any more money off of it, you know, but we're going to make this the best that we can possibly make
They're
it.
pretty honest about their process too. You know,
Right.
when they've screwed up in the past, they've straight up been like, "Look, guys, sorry, we fucked this. We're gonna fix it."
Yeah.
You know. And
While these boys are over here throwing
uh,
parties and like giving each other
and
huge
get
bonuses. And shit.
Yeah.
Yay!
You know, and it's just like, hey man,
y'all
that was a
sold
success.
broke game.
It's like, oh no,
Yay.
you screwed over
We
the
sold,
gaming
we sold
Yeah.
so many copies.
Yeah.
How many
It's like, let's talk about those
satisfied customers did you have?
refunds.
Exactly.
All the ones that got their money back.
No,
So,
no, but still. What is the lead dev guy's name? That was pumping all that out. It was like on Colbert and all that. I can't think of his name. That guy.
That guy.
That guy.
Yeah,
that man, that man, the devil.
What else? Hey, actually, wait. Tape Anxious is here. That's Wolf's brother. He's
Hello, Wolf.
Hey,
Um,
welcome to the show.
Tape actually previously did freelance work for Shadowrun.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
Good on you.
Yeah, he will tell you all about it.
That's good timing
Guy,
right there.
guy. I
Yeah.
wish he was.
Yeah.
But look, all right. No Man's Sky did exactly what that guy said it did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Infinite planets.
Yeah.
Fucking procedurally generated.
Yeah.
He did everything.
He didn't molyneux it.
Except everyone, myself included, to a certain extent, you filled in the blanks
Yeah.
Right.
that weren't there. But when that game released, it did exactly what that guy said it was going to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
did.
I think the only full kind of misleading information was that, like, there were a couple people that figured out how to find another player
Right.
at vanilla.
Well, because that was
And
the
it
real
was
issue.
it was that weird. The other person was just like, so if I saw Phil on the planet next to me, through some astronomical means
Right.
of finding where the fuck he was,
Yeah, because
Right.
he even
you
said
didn't
that
see another person. You saw like a little weird glyph of light,
Right.
and
Well-
that was it.
Well, the issue wasn't that they
wow. I didn't know
lied
that.
about what they were offering. It was just that their ambitions were so lofty
Oh,
that
totally,
when the software finally got into everyone's hands, they expected it to be this end-all, be-all piece of software.
Yeah, totally.
And I mean, I had several friends that were mad at me because I didn't get it day one. Because I saw the storm coming. I'm just like, I don't know, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's way more than.
Well,
should
Sony
be
put a
possible.
lot of marketing.
They really
and
did. They
Stoked
pushed
a
it
lot of
super
that
hard.
hype.
Great trailers,
Yeah.
great
Great
trailers.
trailers.
Yes, absolutely. And so, like, when like the whole thing starts and we don't have matchmaking and people are mad about that, then it's just like I don't know what you really expect. But unlike games like people like to use Anthem, which I think is a great game at its core, just doesn't have any substance, right?
Not at
You know,
all.
it became the
Not at
same situation for poor little No Man's Sky. It's like, okay, well, sure, we have all these procedurally generated planets, but they're all kind of the same at the end of the day, and like,
Yeah.
what really
It's all
distinguishes
carbon.
one from
It's
yeah.
all carbon.
And sometimes-
Oh god, I gotta mine
Sometimes it's
so
acid
much
rain.
carbon. I gotta collect stuff over here so I
it's
can build
all-
this
it's
stuff
only
that'll
carbon.
enable me to collect more stuff.
I accidentally reinstalled it recently just
well,
to
this
fuck
is
around
the
with
time.
Offspring.
Like the Game Pass version.
I did, but it loaded me in, and I haven't played it since. I sold my PlayStation 4 copy. Yeah, we would have to get it on 4 at the time. 6 months later after release.
Right.
And I was like, well, I keep hearing all this stuff. Like, I want to build a space station.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do that. I'll do that, by myself once a week,
Temperature
Yeah.
currently plummeting.
Spawns me in.
Uh-huh.
Planet completely unbreathable.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Great.
like, it's constantly, I walk 10 feet and I die, and I'm just like,
Could you make it
I
to your
don't have
ship? You
patience
can
for
just
this.
get back in your ship.
Well, this is my life now.
I have any fuel.
Yeah. You don't have any fuel.
And it's like, oh, you go collect this stuff so you can breathe. I'm like, this is great, but you want me to go on the other side of this planet? And I'm just like, well, there goes that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, make another cup of coffee.
Yeah. Right.
And that's No Man's Sky.
That's No Man's Sky. But I mean, it's in the best place that it's.
Well,
it's
yeah,
ever
Tate, but
been.
like, I don't think they really put out a roadmap initially. Like, I think that was like after everyone was
No,
like, "Fuck
they
you," and they're
didn't.
like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we got a
They're like,
roadmap."
hold on.
We
you
have
know,
plans.
No, they went dark.
It's right here, the roadmap.
Promise.
I'll show it to you later.
Right. They just took their L, man. They took
Yeah.
that L.
They
and
did,
then
they
they're like,
did,
you know
they
what?
did.
Like for all the people, because a lot of
Gracefully.
people still played the game.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people kept it on their shelf.
And I don't
they're
think
like, you know what?
there's a single piece of paid DLC, is there?
No, it's all
There
free.
you go. Attaboy.
Yeah, like I said,
They
they're-
did
they're-
re-release it on disc with everything on it, just so you could have a disc copy of it.
Right.
But that's kind of different, because
Yeah.
you're getting it collected in a
Yeah.
physical space,
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That was
I went
really
ahead and bought it
more for
from
people that
GameStop.
just wanted to have it on their shelves.
Well, but
and
also
stuff.
like the
Yeah.
digital version didn't drop in price. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
that's-
It,
but
it
does it
stayed
ever?
at
Does it ever?
other
No.
than
Yeah,
sales.
that's the
No.
problem.
Yeah, most
No.
of the time they don't.
Yeah.
The digital version is always going to be the same.
It was-
as
That's
physical
why we
copy.
got the 5 with the display,
Yeah, me too.
because we
Absolutely.
want shelf stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have shelf space, but goddamn it, one day we might.
One day,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
You know?
You never know. You stumble across a
I'm
game and you see it.
I
used
still
for
have not-
$7.99. It's still
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah.
That's right.
I still have not transferred fully into all digital. I will keep
You don't
my
like it,
shelf.
huh?
I will keep my shelf full for the
I
rest of
buy
my
a lot
life.
of. I buy a lot of digital games.
I do
but
I
there
do buy a
are-
lot of digital,
Right.
But I always, if there is a physical copy, I will seek that specific
I'll buy
copy
I
out.
buy things digitally with the promise of one day getting it cheap physically.
Oh,
like
yeah,
going to
totally.
Second
I
and
gotcha.
Charles and be like, oh well, there's that collector's edition I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
there
see,
you go.
we get caught up on hype train, like the.
Yeah.
I think
Ah,
Depends
it's
on
so
how
easy.
lazy I'm feeling and
That
whether or
too.
not I want to go out to a store and buy something.
That's
I have
right.
the instant gratification of I have this now.
Yeah.
Especially
but
not
like
having
7
midnight
remake
releases anymore.
Yeah.
Since we don't do midnight releases, digital is the best way if you want to be. If you got first kid on the block syndrome, like I'm really bad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, then yeah, I'm like, okay, I can play this at 11 tonight, or I could wake up early and go to GameStop, which
I think we did that
sounds
with
awful.
Returnal. We
Yeah.
bought it digitally.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wish I'd bought that game physically, just because I would have traded it back in. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm done with it. I just,
Right.
yeah,
Sure.
I
Yeah.
grinded on it too hard, and now I'm.
well, I mean, we
over
hit
it.
it hard for days. You know,
Yeah.
you got lucky.
I didn't patch up, so I was using the before
Oh,
it
bad,
broke
bad, bad.
patch.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
'Cause
I was
I
still
was doing
able to use the keyboard
great.
cheats.
Oh,
Oh, did your save get fucked?
say again.
Did yours
Yeah.
get fucked?
Yeah, man, his got fucked. He got the
He
locked in the rooms.
Mine got fucked
he got
after
the-
mine got fucked
Uh-huh.
after like 3 days of clear and easy play.
Oh,
it was
man.
once
Yeah.
that they patched it. They patched it that first time, and I upgraded it, and then it
went,
screwed
"What
my
save?
file.
What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it screwed my shit. So after that,
Saves?
like I
We
couldn't
don't
open
have
doors
saves.
anywhere, you know, and so I stopped that. I actually started playing on my fiance's profile. Just so I'd get another chance to
Right.
potentially open, because you know the daily challenges, you get
Yeah.
one shot at them.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
you get one
Yeah.
shot, pass or fail, you can't go back into them.
and you get like a specialized weapon.
Yeah,
and-
dude. So
Yeah,
they give you this
man.
decked out weapon. So I'm like, cool, let me do this. I'm in there with my electro pylon launcher. I'm like, I love this gun. Let's go. And I get to the door, the first door, and it won't even open. So I'm like,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
all right. So now
Yeah.
I'm gonna power through the beginning of the game on another profile, so
Completely
that I can
fucked.
try them. But sometimes the door wouldn't open on both profiles.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that would happen.
That's
And so yeah, I was loving that game so much.
I
was
got
really
to.
loving it.
I'm gonna call it Mars.
Okay,
And then,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then
The second
World
then
World,
then,
yeah.
then like 3 straight weeks of 70-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Phil was just like, hey, I was like, don't play that right now.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And
By
then
the
I'm like, I'll
way,
get
why
back
don't
to
you,
it.
Yeah,
stay away from
unless
that
you have
one.
like 5.5 hours
Yeah.
for one run, you know what I'm saying?
Because they still haven't put like a checkpoint system or something in it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't either, man.
think they will.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna make people
It's
deal
like
with it.
that's what our
Yeah.
game. I mean, but that's what they're known to do. They do the same thing with all their shmups. Even
It's
though the games
arcade,
are
man. It's
shorter,
arcade.
though, they're just brutally difficult.
Yeah, because you can
You know,
get
but that's a
through
different thing.
Resogun all the way to the end in like an hour if you're,
Right.
you know,
If you're really
not
chucked
dying
through
a
it, yeah,
bunch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like
Yeah.
fuck fathers, mothers.
guys.
No.
Yeah.
If you have a job, don't like
Sorry.
it. You bought our game. Screw you.
I know,
You got a
but
Like
life.
your life now.
Yeah.
You know?
Too bad. Man. They're such a good group.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
Housemark
this
is.
is so-
is
Yeah. Oh, I love
Unbelievable.
them. And I still, in spite of all of that, I still fucking love them. And,
Still
I
love
love
them.
them
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
standing close to their convictions. You know,
Oh,
being
absolutely.
like,
Stick
this
to
is
their
what we
guns,
wanted
bro.
to develop, and this is the game that we developed, and here it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they could just sell so many more copies if they would just make this one concession.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
something
Hey,
very
you
easy.
know, I haven't really talked about this with you, man. What about Strive? How you feeling about Strive?
I feel like Guilty Gear Strive has single-handedly destroyed character loyalty within the Guilty Gear franchise. It's the craziest shit, dude.
That's a hot take.
Oh my god!
I mean,
my God.
I'm not playing Anji.
I'm not
Right.
playing
Oh,
Zato
really?
1.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy. The changes that they made now, these are not negatives.
No,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
not by any stretch. But
If
um,
you try to play your character like it's the older character,
you're dead.
Yeah.
Then you're done.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because
And
when I was
so-
playing, when I tried it over here that day, and I tried to get on with Milia,
yeah.
you know, and I was like,
she's a
"Man,
little bit different."
She is
Yeah.
really different.
Yeah.
I couldn't pull off any of her.
Yeah, she doesn't
fucking
have her orbs
combos.
anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't have her fucking orbs. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, where are my orbs?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
all I
Yeah.
had was the hair blade.
Huh? You do have that.
I
You
do
do
have
have
the
that.
hair
You still
blade.
got. You
Still
still
have
got
the hair
your.
blade, but-
yeah, right. It's I mean, I
And
think
the
that's.
fucking flower.
You got the flower.
Yeah.
The flower. It's a little bit slower. You still got
is
the
a lot
crown dust
slower.
attack. You
Uh-huh.
know, which is still kind of lit. But it did. I mean, they made such significant changes that on the surface, when you start the game up and then you pick your character, you get that badass intro, heaven or hell, and you're just
Yeah.
ready to go, and you start mashing buttons, and things don't come out
They don't feel right.
the same way.
The
exactly.
air combat feels wonky.
Well,
Yeah.
the game is supposed to be grounded. Like that's the
Yeah.
whole thing, man. So you have to really kind of they shook up the foundation and made us think about something that we knew and loved and were very familiar with in a very different way. Now, whether that's positive or negative,
It's just different.
it's just different.
That's how I
Right.
feel right now. It's just different.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. We got to get used to it. I've been playing Eno. You know,
Yeah.
she feels good to me. Anji feels half good to
He's
me.
scrubby, you know.
He's kinda- yeah.
You don't let scrubby too.
Man,
You
yeah.
know, he
I don't
goes
have
up.
my stomp anymore. I don't have the butterfly's so fucking slow.
Well, I think that this is one of those. This is one
Yeah.
of the, like, okay, Arc System Works had
Sorry to
incredible
alienate you.
cojones.
No, you're fine.
Um,
Fighting games aren't my jam.
well, just releasing this when
Wolf's
they
much better
did,
than that.
and
Yeah.
they are shamelessly.
You're a Soul Calibur player. Mm-hmm.
Bringing
Oh,
all.
She's
yeah.
a Soul Calibur player.
I'll play
That's
some
right.
Soul Cal.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Like,
Any day.
We'll rock on that.
Right?
Tell
But-
them all day.
Tell them, Zhanghua. Let's go. Let's go. But no, I mean, they did with a lot of. Okay, we can use Soul Calibur as a great example. They try to shake things up a little bit with Soul Calibur 5.
The 5, yeah.
Right. Did not work.
No.
All right. What you did is you just turned off everyone who loves transcending history in the world. I don't know why I
Everybody
can't
that
talk.
was going
I'm hungry. I
to-
haven't eaten today.
Yeah,
and
everybody
so-
that was
Tale of
going
Swords
to
and
boost
Soul.
up
Eternally
those first
brutal.
day sales, you
Okay.
just completely turned them
Right,
off.
exactly.
essentially,
You
yeah.
lost them, right? Arc System Works has done this bit of magic where it's like, okay, I'm mad about it, but I still want to hit these buttons because everything looks beautiful. I know to you the soundtrack is bullshit blazing, but at the same time, it's just like, okay, the presentation is all here.
Call 'em out.
Like, well, I mean, hey,
I said it, man. I'll
say it.
stand by my
Hey, did it to
opinion.
yourself.
I will stand by my
well,
opinion.
they said,
And that's what hurts
That
the
is
most.
bullshit blazing. Still, my heart is racing.
Yeah,
That is literally you. That's you listening to the soundtrack. That's you listening to Dice Game. Like, this is bullshit.
This is
God
bullshit.
Damn it.
Let me get them.
Fucking awesome.
I gotta
love
go
this game.
fish now. Some classic soundtracks.
And so, but that's one of
I
those
think
cases
it's
where
fun
it
that
just
they
kinda
put in a
failed.
nice little fishing
they
game.
Did.
with
Yeah,
nice
they
little-
made it where I can go get all the
that was
tracks
fun.
I like.
I
I
like
just
that.
have to fish over a balcony forever,
Right?
like forever.
You 10 at a
what,
time.
What else are you doing?
Although the first time that I did it, I unlocked one of
mashing
my
buttons.
favorite
Not much.
fucking original tracks. Nothing Out of the Ordinary.
Oh, yeah.
You know the mirror match track from
Yeah.
X2. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. And so, well, I'm just saying, just to make this short and sweet, because this is not the topic of the evening. Like, they took a risk.
Yeah.
And we're already at over 300,000 copies sold. So
And all the heavy
It's good.
hitters are playing the shit out of it,
Everyone's
dude.
playing
You
the
know,
shit
Lord
out of
Knight's
it.
on it, and
It's
fucking
good to see
Justin
LK
Wong's on
back.
it, and
Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean,
Miss that guy.
dude, seriously. I wonder. I haven't seen anything about Zidane playing. You know, he was a big. Is he not playing this time
well,
around?
I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah,
I think
because
we're
I mean, he
gonna
was
see
a
lot
big
of
Leo
people-
player last time. You know. He
Yeah,
was
I
one-
think we're gonna see a lot of people coming out of the woodwork to play this one.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
you're
I mean,
looking at
he's
the
an
first
Anji
top-
guy, so
First top
you
8,
gotta-
like, it goes to Sonic Fox of all
Sonic
people.
Fox.
Sonic Fox
God,
doesn't. I
he
mean,
is
he
blowing
plays
it up, man.
all fighters, but he doesn't compete in anime. You
Yeah.
know, like that doesn't really happen that frequently.
Yeah.
And so now he's on board.
Yeah.
And so I think that they took a gamble, and I'm glad that they did, because now people aren't afraid to play this new game because they don't feel like they'll just immediately get washed.
Right.
Unless you
know?
play Robbie.
Unless you
Unless you play Robbie.
Well, I mean,
It's all
Rob,
about
Rob,
them W's.
Boy, please, I can slap some W's on
I
Robbie.
can- I can
I hope
too.
you're in the
I'm
stream
just
right
saying.
now,
I'm
Robbie.
just saying.
All right, coming for that ass.
Man,
All
I'm
right?
just saying my headset fucked up when I was talking to Robbie, and I mean my headset fucked up, but I was saying, hey, hold on a second, and I was getting slammed into that wall, and I was like, I'm not even
bullshit blazing.
touching the buttons,
Right,
man. I know you can't hear
You know?
clicks right now. You gotta know that I'm not fucking playing this game.
Yeah, that's personal, man. I don't think you can blame the software for that.
No, that's
That's something else.
Just excuses.
nope. That's not.
Well-
my buttons don't work. Come on.
Go to bed.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
blazing.
But no, I'm having fun with Strive. I think we need to
it's
stream some more of it. you know?
Absolutely.
We definitely need to do that. We'll be doing that later today, okay?
I'm down.
We'll get a stream on Strive.
Okay.
Cool.
And I'm going to, be a stranger in paradise again.
So you actually have
Can't
been
get
back
enough.
on it.
Dude, I've been doing it like every day. I'll
Yeah.
play through
Doing
it at
what?
least beating the shit out of Garland.
Yeah,
I,
dude.
Just
I mean,
that-
I've gotten to the point where I
Back
know all
to
of his
back?
attacks.
Is it
Yeah.
spite?
I mean, no, I just I'll do this in other Souls likes. I
I
like
know.
rerunning
I know.
bosses.
It's a good challenge.
It feels
Yeah,
like a
totally,
Ninja
totally.
Gaiden boss
Right.
fight. I like redoing it over and over again. Mission mode for
Is
Ninja
it
Gaiden was
because
always
you
my
have no other
favorite.
souls right now?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because I actually was kind of disappointed in
Just
Demon
play
Souls.
Neo 2.
I really need to play Neo 1
That's what you
first
should
because
do.
I
Oh,
never
you
beat
never-
it.
oh,
I
okay,
never
got
beat
it.
it. I'm
Right.
pretty far in it, and I
Yeah.
have the full version. I don't know what the fuck. The ultimate.
The complete.
Yeah.
Complete.
Deluxe.
Whatever it is.
All the Neo 1. I got the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do need to get on that. I mean, I tried getting on Ninja Gaiden 2, and
Trash.
that Ninja.
I hate to say it out loud. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, man.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I apologize.
like it's kind of like there was like that guy when you were young and you were like, man, that guy's really cool, and then later you're like, that guy's just an alcoholic. That's kind of how Ninja Gaiden 2 feels. That's how it feels right
He
now.
was
I'm
cool
like,
to hang out
man,
with
he
when
was
I
so
was
cool,
drunk.
but I didn't realize he was drunk all the time. Now I'm thinking about this differently. That's how Ninja Gaiden 2 feels. It just. Yeah, friend, you've disappointed me now that I've gotten older and wiser.
Right,
No, the camera, seriously, it's on its own.
unplayable.
It's in its own.
It's damn near
goddamn-
unplayable.
Man, dude, look, you got enemies coming from this way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the enemies.
Camera said, "Haha, they're hiding now."
I got, and they
You don't
start.
see shit.
You see this wall over here, buddy? Oh,
Because
this
it's
you need to look at the wall.
Cinematic.
Is that what that is? Is it cinema? Yeah, because of cinema.
Cinematic.
Because of
In France, they
gotta-
call film cinema.
Cinematography.
Why is that?
You fire that DP at that point.
that right?
Man, you know? God.
And so,
Gotta
so
go.
for you played the collection that recently came out, right?
Neo?
No.
Oh no, you're talking
Ninja
about that.
Gaiden.
No, I didn't buy it.
Right, okay, I want to know.
I didn't buy it. I
wanna
have
know if
Sigma
they've-
Sigma 1. I have Black. I have.
the worst of
two.
the Ninja Gaiden series.
I have
yes,
all
get
of
it.
them on disc.
My
That's
question
all I'm
is,
saying.
did they even touch the cameras?
Fuck no, man. You know they didn't touch.
I
Of course
know they
didn't.
didn't. I know the answer. I just wanted somebody in this room to tell me.
No, man.
Okay,
the answer
so
based on
I
experience.
don't have a horse in the Ninja Gaiden race. Like I don't.
Okay.
But I've seen a couple people play Sigma.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I get it. Budget, time, whatever. But like,
Well, if they lost the data.
oh, see, for this specific case, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I don't jam on like these weird, like quarter remasters that they do. They like
Yeah.
kind
right
of
there.
smooth out
Yeah.
the
I feel
polys,
the same way.
and then they're just kind of like, all right.
Yeah, it's done.
Dude,
Download
with,
it.
with
Yeah.
the remaster and this one, this is like the bullshit thing that I see about it. Like, of course, they don't have, like you said, the original code for 2 and Black, which are the better versions of the games.
Yeah, 1, 2,
But
black, gone.
if you have an Xbox, you can put your fucking disc in there and you can play it at 64K. So it already upscales and, increases
rad.
the frame rate.
That's rad.
So why am I going to spend the $40 to
because
get
you're not
the-
supposed to know that. Phone.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
It's
I
your
got
problem
you.
for knowing
Oh,
too
shit.
much, right?
Oh, yeah. The man who knew too much.
Right.
For real. Yeah, the consumer who knew too much. That's what
Knowledge
it is,
isn't
right?
power.
No, it's not in this system. Camera kicker over here. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll
I
never
fixed
get,
it.
I'll never get the devil right in the center.
No, never.
You see my devil, everybody?
Yeah.
He's just
It's
always
the
on
devil.
the
It's
side.
the devil.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah, it's
devil.
the
right.
devil.
I got
He's
a
watching
king,
us.
a
Oh,
king
that's what-
dice
hold on,
too,
I meant to- I
but
meant to
my
look
daughter
that up.
started opening that one, so it doesn't stand
alright,
up so
no,
well.
So they're doing a Cuphead show, right? Do you know about
Yeah,
that?
you
Yeah,
said it
hell
was-
yeah, I know
that
about
looks
this.
awesome.
Man.
Who's the dice?
Oh, who is it?
Oh, fuck.
no,
so you
who
don't
is
know?
it?
Okay, I can't remember off the top of my head. Hold on.
Is
hold
it
on,
James Woods? Please tell me it's James Woods.
We've
No.
got James Woods.
James Woods is. Don't get me wrong. Long live the new flesh. But
Yeah.
James Wood is a crazy man.
Oh, he's
Oh,
a
he
and
crazy
we
man,
don't
sure.
call him anymore.
Oh, is it like that?
Yeah.
Like real bad.
Is he all the way like
Oh, he's all
Dan
the way,
Aykroyd? Like,
all the
like-
way
is he
crazy.
Like I'm spending my monthly pension supporting like Trump and all his friends.
Oh.
Like crazy,
man.
man.
Gotcha.
Crazy.
Okay. I was thinking you were gonna go like Tom DeLonge crazy.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? You know.
Just while
You
we're
know
on
what
the
I'm talking
subject of
Fucking A2 guy.
celebs and E3 before we get too far away from it,
Yeah.
did anybody happen to catch Jeff Goldblum doing his speech about the new
Dude,
Jurassic
that
Park?
man was checked out.
He was so fucking. I'm
He
like,
always is.
He was more Goldblum than Goldblum.
I'm already paid
You
for
know,
this, right?
like, he
Like,
was
I'm already
at his
paid.
most
Wait,
Goldblum.
we're
Yeah,
good?
dude, like, oh, well, I'm
Before
gonna
we
do this.
possibly drag Pope Goldblum through the dirt
Pope
here.
Goldblum.
What's his face? Dice
Dice Man.
Dice Man.
No, King
Wow.
Dice.
King Dice.
King
King
Dice.
Dice, yeah.
Wayne Brady.
What?
What?
Swear to God.
What?
Yeah, boy.
King Dice is Wayne Brady.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
There's a snippet video.
This is gonna be a good show.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Each damn sandwich cuphead.
Is King Dice gonna have to slap a bitch?
Man, that's
Give me that
good.
sandwich.
Well, I think that's a good transition. The Empty Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all watched The Empty Man.
We did.
Can
all
I
watched it.
do this one? Philip, what had happened?
Oh, shit. Why am
Yeah.
I not preparing for these anymore?
I know. It's like that's why I
Uh,
like doing it because it catches you off guard, keep you on your toes.
Mountain hike goes wrong when man falls in hole, and many fingered being is suspicious.
That's about right.
That's about it.
That's about right.
Crazy ensues.
If that were the movie, I would have liked that movie a lot more.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I jammed on the beginning a lot.
Didn't-
Yeah.
I do want to
Okay.
preface
Well,
this before we get
okay.
too far into our roundtable here.
Yeah, go ahead, tell them.
I'm the sleepiest man.
Oh, dude, and that movie will put you slap too.
Okay,
I
but it's also-
warned you
just
before you
because
watched
I'm
it.
That
constantly
movie should have
going.
been an hour shorter.
I'm surprised.
We'll
it was
get into
220.
that.
Dude,
220,
it should
are you
not. It
serious?
was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I did like an 11 hour
You saw
straight
all
through
of it
shift.
though, didn't you?
Yeah.
On like 3 hours of sleep,
Right.
and then
So,
by the time I
uh,
get home, I get a couple bourbons in me.
Yeah.
Over here, we go wake up. I'm like, that's fine.
Every couple of minutes. Hey.
Like
Hey,
last,
wake
all right,
up.
I will say so. Last 20 minutes,
Yeah.
Revelation, might have snoozed through it. Check the Wikipedia though when I was taking dog out for going to bed, so I know what happens. It was
Yeah,
great.
okay.
That's good.
But
At
anyway.
least you know.
Yeah. But I'm also the only person here who read 2.5 issues of the source material. comic
Right, true.
for
So
the
that
record.
compensates
Which
for
is
the 20% of the movie.
But it's,
you
but,
didn't
it, but
see?
it's
Okay.
different, right? Because
Absolutely,
in the comics,
absolutely.
it's a virus, right? Isn't it like a disease?
Well, I
Okay.
mean,
Did you guys ever see
in the
Monty?
movie, they almost kind of.
Yeah.
Well, at one
They
point, it's like
allude
you're
to
coming
it.
down with them right now.
Yeah,
You know,
they
they
allude
said
to
that.
that.
It's
But-
also talking about the idea that because I mean, full on spoilers. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, full on
Uh,
spoilers, just so you
well,
guys
hold on,
moving
let's-
forward.
Basis of the film.
Okay.
Basis.
Okay.
Yeah. Go for it.
All right. So we talked about the beginning.
Yeah.
You got hikers. They find
They're
a
like
thing.
in
Guy
Tibet.
finds a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guy finds a thing.
Falls into a hole.
Thing attunes
Talks
to
to
him.
him.
And hold on, real quick. I just have to say this. The multi-fingered guy is based on a painting by a guy named Zdzislaw Beginski. It's a Polish name
Got
that I
it.
can't.
Gotcha.
This guy is amazing. He's kind of Geiger-esque,
really good.
and
Yeah, obviously.
it's almost like the whole thing for that was just like, man, I really like this painting. I'm gonna throw it in this movie.
No, totally.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I think there are a lot of concepts like that. Where
Totally.
It's like, I like these concepts.
So
and
let's
we're
throw
gonna
them in
put
this
it into
movie.
a movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They felt like two different. It felt like two different movies. To
It
me.
really
Like a-
did. Well, I
yeah.
was gonna say, like when I first started, I was just like, "Oh, okay, this is cool." So what? They get trapped up in this. It's like a cabin in the woods.
that's
Only it's
not-
cabin in the
But
mountain.
that's not really.
and, like,
But
yeah.
see, we've been focusing on that part, which is arguably the best part of the movie.
Yeah, which is
But-
only about half an hour of the
But
film.
That's
right?
20
Yeah,
minutes. It's
yeah.
22 minutes. So the
Yeah.
first 22 minutes gives you all of that, and then you got another fucking 2 hours of
Because all of a sudden,
modern day.
a different person
They
wakes
give you
up.
another intro.
They give
Right.
you they
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
doing the day one
do-
again.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
what the hell
do
was
they
with
even,
that?
Do they even timestamp it? Because the wiki
Yes.
has a timestamp. They do?
It's day
'Cause-
1, 2, 3.
No,
and you find-
no. Year-wise.
No.
Because the
Oh no,
hikers-
they
No.
time jump.
'Cause
Yeah,
that was-
they
No, I
time
know-
jump.
I know that-
95.
it's like-
Yeah, hikers
Yeah.
are 95. But did they say
like-
95
it's
on
like-
the title
yeah.
card?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
I
It
think
was like
the only
26 years
yeah,
ago.
I think the only way that they describe, again, spoilers, guys, is when he's talking to the nurse at the end, and she says,
And why
"Yeah,
is she
this
giving
guy's
up
been
on
Been here for
this
like
guy's
23
he's
years.
been here for like 23 years."
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's how
'Cause
they.
spoiler, that was our guy from the beginning who fell into the hole and saw
Yeah.
the
So that
painting.
so the
And they've
time
been
jump's
keeping
supposed to
him
be like
on
a
life
weird
support.
twist?
Yeah,
right, because
essentially.
the empty man channeled
They did that
connected
Wait,
with
the
the
time
man.
jump was supposed to be a twist.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Like the time
Well,
difference
I
from
thought
the
I
universe
thought
to
the
guy.
twist was supposed to be that the guy at the end, the guy that was a vegetable,
Right,
was
right.
our same guy from the very
The
beginning.
intent.
If they were
that
trying
was
to make
the
that
intent.
a
Yeah.
twist, they have it in 95, and then they have it in present day where you're seeing iPhones.
Yeah.
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 Like-
I didn't think that was a
It's-
twist. Was that the twist?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
I hope not, because they
Just from the
went
description
that,
of like
22
he's been
minutes
here
in.
23 years.
Right.
I mean, I thought
back
the-
to my
I thought
question
the-
of like, did they?
No,
I
I
think
thought
they're just trying to connect everything to the intro, because up until that point, nothing had anything to do with that badass intro. Right? Like
not
nothing
really.
at all. You know?
Well, so-
and then they're like, okay, no, this was that same guy, and he's just
I
here.
thought the twist was the second character.
That he was the empty man, that he was the one that he that
but
they created.
yeah, that they created him. That he's
Yeah.
not
No,
a
no,
real
absolutely,
person.
absolutely.
Right?
But see, like, I feel
But-
like that's a weird cult we've brainwashed you thing.
Right.
Because
So you don't think
see,
that-
grow him in a
you see
lab.
him in a chair, and he's
Right.
naked.
Well, right,
What
but
if they brainwashed him into thinking that they made him?
Okay.
I think they
okay,
made
that's
him
possible.
as a vessel. They made him open and as like ready for the empty man to take over
Yeah,
his body.
I don't
So
they
think it was
prepared
a-
him. They
Right,
prepared
right,
him.
They like
yeah,
wipe
they
him
didn't-
clean and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's obviously had a past.
But then-
life.
but then the
Right,
girl's
because they're
like-
she's
Maybe,
she's
though.
you're only 3 years old, and he's like, I mean, I got hair on my balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are amazing. You're doing this kind of work. Why do you need the Inframan?
But what about the portal where they pull the fucking guy through, basically? There's that weird tape where they're watching them do a ritual and they pull a person through space.
Well, no, because
and they
because
create
the
an
whole,
individual.
The whole thing
I
is
thought
about,
that's what the
like,
whole thing was about the
fucking
second.
manifestation.
Right.
Like, there's
Like,
a word. I don't remember what the word
it's
was.
Time
There's
plus,
a word.
Yeah.
They used a word that's like
Something plus
manifestation made
time
flesh.
equals
Yeah.
flesh.
There you go.
Tulpa.
Tulpa.
Yeah.
Actually, he's a tulpa. Yeah.
There you go.
You got it.
Which is a
Yeah,
real concept.
absolutely.
That's a very
Right,
real
right,
concept.
Right. But like,
Yeah,
Well,
he became like a like what the way I took it is that they fucking did this ritual to create a homunculus, and this guy is the you know the empty man put into a homunculus's body.
I'm like,
Well,
how'd
by
y'all
the
do
end-
That's
this?
the way-
How'd y'all do
When
it in
it's-
3 days? And then why does it have to be 3 days?
Well, I don't think they physically made him. I think it's
Well,
more
so what was the
about,
weird guy in the
like,
video?
What
What was the weird guy in the video that they made? They made a fucking dude, and then he died in that video. That was like the whole thing of him going to the weird shed.
Yeah.
And
Watch that
the way I
VHS
took it,
tape.
yeah, the way I took it is that was them going, hey, maybe you're not human, and here's some clues to who you really are.
Right.
But you know.
See, I don't think that, because I think if they solely made a person, that's why it didn't work the first time.
Right.
They realized they messed up and had to
Okay.
have an actual physical being.
to
Yeah,
cleanse.
because what
To
they said was it
cleanse
had been
out.
500 years since the first antenna.
Right.
Because
You know?
the being has to have something to live
They
in.
they can't just have a golem.
Yeah.
They actually
Yeah.
have to have
Because,
a,
I mean,
a
Dude Man
soul
in
to
the
attach it to,
hospital
or whatever.
He
He
was
was,
checked
checking
out.
out.
But he used to be a dude. You know, he
Yeah.
used to be an individual,
So, does
so
this
they were
mean
able
that
to attach
he's just
that
gonna
to the.
go catatonic once the empty man enters
I don't
him?
think so.
And then it makes me wonder. So
you
who,
need both
who
of
hung
them?
all
I
Or is
those
think
it
he
like-
was
No, 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 no.
stronger. The other guy was
Yeah, because
mentally
I don't think the
ill.
guy. Well, even then,
Yeah.
I don't think the guy was. He found Skelly Bro by accident.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Skelly
thing
Bro.
was like, yep,
Yeah.
getting the fuck out of this hole.
Right.
Yeah.
Jump in.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he wasn't clean.
Well,
So he
maybe
had to
they
be
focused
cleansed by
on-
the
Huh.
Oh God, what's
I
his
mean,
name?
he's staying there
James?
for a
Was it
long ass
James?
time. James
The
was
main
the-
character?
James
Yeah,
the main
the
character.
second
They
main
focus
character.
on
Yeah.
James not taking his antidepressant that last
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, and put on his wedding
Absolutely.
band.
They
Right.
focused in on that where he'd been taking it every
Yeah.
day, and the dude that was the host originally.
Yeah. The hiker man.
He's
had
also drinking the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like that's part of it, that they have to be somewhat
Imbalanced.
different
Okay.
to be able to be inhabited.
Oh, some kind of
Vulnerable,
similarity
I guess.
between what the original holder of the empty man to
Well,
the vessel they're
didn't
putting
the
him in,
didn't
some
the,
kind
didn't
of
the
disposition.
girl who went missing when she's talking to him in the hospital? Didn't she say something about, like, you know, it's better if we have a vessel full of pain or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, and that's where I'm just like, I don't think they physically made him. I think it's more of this cult of people have been kind of, sort of,
Well, she says-
maybe manipulating things in the background
She
to
says
some
that
degree.
she made it happen. That
Yeah,
they made it happen.
absolutely.
That her
Yeah.
the wife and the kid died, and
Right.
they did it, and that she put him
into the
mom
situation.
Well, also
situation.
Yeah.
remember his run-in with
Not
Stephen Root,
pun
like the
intended,
Yeah.
cult leader,
Right.
and he's just
You
like,
know,
hey,
into
by the
the
way,
mall.
it's
Into the
good to
mall.
see you again. And he's
Right,
just
like,
like,
this-
I've never
been
fucking
here
been
before.
here.
I've never been here. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
at least
yeah.
they had enough money to get Stephen Root
Stephen
coming
Root!
fucking day.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. I loved him in this.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, as that
I love Stephen Root.
evangelist
I always
kind
loved
of.
Stephen
Stephen
Root.
Root can tell me I'm a piece of shit and I'll love
Yeah.
every minute.
Yeah,
of it.
you're
yeah.
right, Steven. Man,
So why were the kids killed solely to bring James into?
Who killed the kids and hung them under
Yeah,
the bridge?
yeah,
Was
I-
it all the
What if
cultists?
Amanda did
kinda-
it?
So she did all that herself. That would have taken some incredible.
Don't you think they
strength
just got the
and
kids to kill
dexterity.
themselves?
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I
yeah,
Those
that's
I mean,
what I
that's the
figured.
way I
Those
took
kids were
it.
scared
Yeah.
as fuck.
But
But she
yeah.
was whispering to that kid in his ear, so she clearly could brainwash very
Do
much the same
something,
way
yeah.
as the
I mean,
initial
the
character.
whispering code is a pretty cool thing that they kind of keep relating to throughout
It
the whole thing.
unnerves me.
Yeah, it's a
because
little,
Yeah.
it's a little,
the
yeah.
ASMR of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
I can't stand people
Yeah.
like whisper talking into
Yeah.
mics,
Yeah.
and so it was like peeking weird things in my ear. I'm like,
You're
I
like,
can't.
ugh,
I-
ugh.
yeah, it was definitely
Please
chilling.
Well, hopefully you didn't hear the same things they did.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the way I took it with them talking about it being a virus. Is that it's a mental virus? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
they almost took
it
it.
sparked me thinking about Pontypool. Did you ever see Pontypool?
Oh,
You guys ever
No.
saw Pontypool?
I haven't seen
fucking
that.
rad.
Okay.
Fucking
Okay.
rad little indie film.
Hell
But
yeah.
it's-
I have to write that
it's-
down.
It's this. it's this madness. Like the whole thing takes place from a radio station.
Is it like
And,
a
like,
King in Yellow situation?
Kinda.
Okay.
Kinda. But there's a thing happening, and there's some survivors come, and then you have like this one radio host, and I can't remember there's this one character actor. He's got this nice gravelly voice, beautiful radio voice, right? But like the whole thing is like it's like this ravenous disease that just makes people, you know, you're very much 28 days later zombie infected, just ravenous, right? Just this weird horror.
Cordyceps.
Kind of, but it's verbal.
Oh wow.
Weird.
Huh.
But like,
So it's like a trigger word.
Yeah, but like
That's the thing in
but to where like they don't.
Phantom Pain, right?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Empty Man did feel like a lot of movies smashed together into one. I'm sorry for the
No,
It does.
you're
It feels
good.
scatterbrained
You're
and
good.
it's too long. Those are the
It's a lot
two.
of-
But see, okay,
Yeah.
so high concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Studio doesn't know what to do with it, so they bury it.
Right.
Which is, I think, why we kind of talked about it, right?
Yeah.
that's what I call it,
Yeah.
like,
That's
you know what
why
I mean?
we. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. But also, I believe production ran into the beginning of COVID, so they're like, we got to wrap it up.
Oh.
The world's ending. We got to wrap it up.
I saw that there was something going on with this about how they had to wrap up the editing of the film quickly
too.
because
Yeah.
of like a grant they were getting from South Africa or some shit. And if they didn't have the film finished within an amount of time, then they weren't making the grant money off
Only
of
for
it.
like one scene tape, but it's really rad.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And this is the Empty Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, they should have cut a goddamn hour out of the movie. That
Well, that was.
Okay, but
what
see,
was
that's the thing.
that?
If you cut anything from the
What
film,
would you cut?
I would just shorten some of those scenes.
There's-
you know?
But technically,
I wouldn't-
it-
I think that I
He
think
said
some
he
of the
wanted
scenes-
to, and he didn't have the time to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there is a like the director himself because
I-
of the grant situation. They basically,
Just
so,
like we need to get this out.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can't
well,
edit this
hold on,
anymore.
hold on.
He's like, I
So,
can't edit this, man.
what
sorry.
I'm to understand is they gave it to an editor that wasn't him to get a shortcut out because the test screenings sucked for the first version of it, right? Which is what we saw, and then
Yeah.
the test
no, they
screenings,
didn't even. No, they didn't.
and then the
even-
test
they didn't
screenings
test.
sucked worse.
They didn't test.
Well, they did a small focus.
Maybe.
They didn't. They didn't do full on.
I guess.
No, they didn't
yeah.
do that.
Okay.
But the like they did the internal.
Yeah,
the
right,
test
right,
screening,
right. Like
right?
the guys working on it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
And the first version was the version we saw, and it didn't get good scores. The second one was shorter. It got worse fucking scores. So they were like, let's just put the second
Yeah.
one or put the first one up. And he didn't have enough time to go back and do a final edit
So we need a
of what
Snyder
he
cut.
wanted.
That's
Yeah,
what you're telling me.
yeah. What's
So
this
we
guy's
need
name?
the
You have his what's his name?
No, thank you. No more Snyder
Yeah,
cuts,
it's Snyder.
please.
That's it.
What? I like the
This,
Snyder cut.
no, this
No,
guy.
no, no.
What's
I'm
this
saying
guy's
like
name?
we need a Snyder cut for the
for
Empty
Empty
Man.
This
I feel
Empty
like-
Man dude. What's
wait,
this
what?
guy's name?
What?
What's the guy's name? The
Is it
Empty Man dude.
David?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, I figured you'd be on that.
Sorry. The sleepiest man. I also didn't.
But no, I
recognize
agree.
them, so.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, I actually really like this.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
There are a lot of things I like.
There are a
in
lot
this
of
movie.
David
yeah.
Pryor.
I do
David
agree
Pryor, that's
that
it.
it is entirely too long.
Too long.
Yeah.
You know,
Too long.
Because there
but
were
I
a
also
couple
don't know
of
what would you cut
scenes-
out of it, though,
I
right?
don't know.
I don't know what you would cut out
Okay,
of it.
logically, if I'm the
shorten-
studio, you'd have to change the end, but you just cut the whole beginning.
Yeah, I mean that's
Well,
beginning
you
was
can't.
the
That's the
best
best
part.
part
It
of the
was,
movie.
it was,
Yeah, it
right.
really is.
But
Yeah.
if you take that out and then just have Vegetable Man, regardless of him being here for 28 years,
Or you can
even you
even,
still
like-
say, "Oh, he's been here for 28 years."
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's a fucking radiating signal shit.
Yeah.
You know, because you already have the scenes of the cult going into the hospital
yeah,
and talking to him. There's something going with this guy.
yeah,
And then you have Cop Bro, who's now the new vessel, so you don't need the old model anymore.
Right.
That carries.
yeah. Absolutely. You don't need
the hiker
his
the
back-
hiker's
Well, you
storyline
can-
gives
it's
heavy
cool. You can
context.
even-
Absolutely,
Just
it's
like-
just context.
Just
though.
taking bits and pieces of the hiking storyline and interspersing it like into the movie, even as flashbacks that make no damn sense until it all comes together at the end. That would make it feel less disjointed because when the movie started, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah,
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 really.
absolutely.
I'm ready for this."
Yeah.
Right, and then it just went. And I had to stand up and watch some of that movie.
I mean, there is that moment where you're like, man, you didn't see that hole?
You know,
Yeah.
no, that was the immediate
But see,
moment.
but
You didn't
that's
see-
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all been up here hiking this whole time,
And you didn't
then
see
when
a
I found
hole?
out that he was suicidal and shit, I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, he was probably
no,
just
fuck
like,
that,
fuck it.
because it's the whole. he heard that the
Oh,
sound.
I heard, yeah,
Well, I
but you
know
still
that,
look
but still,
down.
you
Do
know,
you still?
yeah,
do
No,
you
right?
but still,
Oh,
that's
I
the
hear
thing.
this
That's
thing.
that's
Yeah.
that's attractive.
Like,
bro.
look,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it from the film's perspective.
Yeah.
But me as the viewer,
Yeah, I'm just like, come
bro,
on, you
there's a
can't
fucking
look
hole.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
totally,
There's a
totally.
fucking hole. You know what I'm saying?
Look down.
And then the way the dude's just like, I'm gonna go down there and get him.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
This
we're
is
gonna
also
pull
not
him
Well,
good.
I mean, they
What are
were
you doing?
obviously
Yeah.
prepared, but at the same time, I mean, like.
He's like, don't touch me or you'll die. He's
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I guess I'll touch you now. I didn't die. I didn't die.
man. I touched you. I touched you.
I was kind of hoping something more exciting would happen other than just like a
I
And he's
expected
gone.
Yeah.
more horror from it.
Right.
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A
Like
little
the
bit.
I gotcha.
beginning of it has this heavy, like almost Evil Dead ass.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
saying. It's
totally.
it's like a cabin
Yeah.
in the woods,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
has
a
this,
cabin
like,
in the mountain.
haunting feeling going around
Absolutely.
it, and so like after the jump to the future, I'm expecting there to be more,
A lot more.
like terror, just
Yeah.
like
And not just
give you the
kids
heartbeats.
walking around on a bridge, all putting their mouth on a dirty ass bottle.
Yeah.
And
And in
the
the
thing
same
that I
bottle, he
didn't
just picks up the
understand-
next day. Just
Was the weird skeleton
Yeah.
man. I would have. I don't know if I would have liked to actually have seen the skeleton man like moving around
No,
necessarily.
absolutely not.
But what was the
Why did that man have so many fingers?
well, the other thing was is like
And
the first
appendages.
time you see that
Creepy.
being outside the house when it's snowing,
Mm-hmm.
which Moth just goes, "Return the slab."
Because he's got like the
What is
rags
that?
going.
I thought he was like
What is
Zer
that?
from Destiny.
You've seen him a
He's
few
got weapons.
times, but what is it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You
Like,
still have that mystery
why is this
about
thing
it.
here?
Well, no,
Yeah.
yeah, but like, why? Aside from, I saw this sweet. What'd you say it was Czech,
Yeah, Polish.
Polish
Yeah.
artist do this rad thing.
That's
Right.
I think that's it.
But
man.
like, so like,
Yeah.
why have two distinct, different manifestations of the Empty Man?
Well, I think that was the last one, and then when it transferred over to him,
Okay, but then,
But was it-
no one else mutated physically.
Right.
what do you mean?
No one else
None of
physically
the
mutated.
yeah.
With the thing, because like that's a
Oh,
massive body.
I guess I was taking that as that like since we're in Tibetan mountains and everything, that was one of those monks that fucking sat there and became
Like
part of the rocks.
self-mummification?
Yeah, self mummification
like,
type
I
mean,
shit.
it
That's
may
what
have
I
been
think.
because it did
That's
look
20
like.
fingers.
Yeah, there were a
I
lot.
feel like
He's
James
connected.
ended up with more fingers at one point. I
Really?
swear they
Did he?
focused. I swear they focused in on his hand, and I swear he had 6 fingers.
Ooh.
Okay, but
If they did,
Like,
oh,
I
that's
could
super
be
cool.
wrong, but I'm pretty
I
sure
missed
that
that.
happened.
I missed that.
But why? Not like why do you have 6 fingers? You fucking weirdo. But like, why have a ragman? Why have a 6-fingered
Right.
thing?
Well, because
Why
they're
have so many
trying
different
to
groups?
add horror elements to this movie that really isn't that scary.
Yeah.
It's
It was more of a
suspenseful.
it
They
was
needed
more suspense.
Jeepers
Yeah.
Creepers
Which
to
is-
show up.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
No, fuck
So
that. But
here's
like-
the thing, but then also, I guess the Empty Man also tends to make one hallucinate.
Yeah.
Because like when he was watching all of the cultists running around the
Totally.
fire, then the fire
Yeah.
reached up and they were gonna reorganize
the
the
stars
stars.
went all-
And,
yeah.
right. And it's just like God, he drank the fucking Kool-Aid.
That was actually one of my favorite
You know?
parts of the
Oh, it
movie.
was
Yeah,
cool.
totally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when he's taking a step,
step back and they take a step forward. I'm just
he's
like, okay, see, that's-
nah,
No,
not
that
this.
was good.
That was
That was a
good.
good part.
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
some of his detective work.
absolutely.
You know, some of the like
Absolutely.
the him looking at the tapes thing and the
Why was the
creepy
dog
room.
dead? Why did they have to kill the dog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, because because it was one of the other kids' dogs.
yeah.
And then that's why when the girl went missing and they're like, "Do you guys own a dog?"
No, I
'Cause-
know.
yeah.
I understand where it links,
oh,
but
my
like,
bad.
why did you, why
Why the
Who
dog? Yeah.
hung them babies from the bottom of the bridge?
Yeah.
They were in
For
a
real.
neat, organized line. That little girl did not do that by
No,
herself.
no, no. I know. I'm pretty sure they all did it themselves because
Yeah.
there's a bar. There's a bar to the side. I'm pretty sure it was just a group thing
they just
Yeah,
locked
yeah.
themselves out
Absolutely.
because they were a clue stone.
So they need
Because
enough.
cult
They need
mentality.
enough
So, okay.
suffering to bring forth the thing. It's that whole
No,
like.
no,
So
not
they got
even
to
that.
just
to
hang
lead
themselves
our
while
cop to where
poor
he needs
little
to go.
chocolate girl
Yeah.
takes the scissors to the face.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Right.
Oh.
But
That
see,
was
no,
rough.
but see, I don't. But like again, that's not her. I think that's a instance of technically possession because
But they all
the
had to
empty
be
man
possessed.
is a.
If they hung themselves, then they had to be
But
possessed.
it's the
or-
frequency that they're all on, right? It's the that's
God, them
that's
frequencies,
the idea.
man. Is that what they peddle
This
into
whole-
the kids these days?
I guess
You
so.
go to the
Yeah.
schoolyard.
Also,
and
see-
I got
see,
these
the
frequencies.
one
The binaurals, man.
I'm gonna give them binaural beats, dog.
Well, like the one small thing that did bug me
Listen
is
to it while you sleep.
you have bone flute, and I know again it's
Yeah.
frequency. consistency. You have bone
Yeah,
flute,
right.
but then
yeah.
bone flute correlates to random bottles.
To random, but yeah,
Right.
But
That
only
doesn't
if they're
carry.
empty, right?
But
Yeah.
that doesn't carry.
Doesn't carry.
it doesn't carry at all. No.
No.
And
No.
I think that there's some kind of
Because
weird
bone flute never
broken
showed back
nature
up,
there.
right?
What,
Bone-
yeah,
right.
what did happen to
Bone
bone flute?
flute.
No, it vanished after that first scene.
Wait, did the guy
Well,
not
the,
have the bone flute? Like the dude in the bed?
No,
Did he
No,
not have-
they didn't.
Everybody
they
was
never
using
saw
bottles
it
after
again.
that.
Everybody
Yeah.
was just on
Everybody
bottles.
Well,
bottles.
and, well, and
popping
here's
bottles
the
of
thing.
rum.
Why? Why did Cop Dude, whatever the fuck his name is, Jerry, James, whatever,
JJ.
Why? Yeah, JJ. Yeah. Hi. But why was he? I know why in the context why he was pursued by Empty Man. Once you see the whole thing,
Sure,
obviously he was being, Empty Man was being pushed towards this guy by the cult.
Why did he blow in that bottle?
But
Yeah.
that's the thing, because a part of the legend or the urban legend or whatever about Empty Man is that it has to be at night. He blew on that bottle
In the
during
middle of
in
the
the middle of
day.
the fucking day. Yeah.
So I
Middle
mean,
of the
there's
day.
a lot of stuff in here. Like, I mean, we could talk and nitpick about plot holes all
totally,
fucking
totally.
day, but at the same
The
time,
movie's too long. We don't have that.
it's
kind of time.
it's way too fucking long. But
Does it
I
seem
mean,
like it's
there
all
are-
distraction though? Do you think that's the whole point to a lot of the plot holes into the thing?
Subversion.
Like, yeah, maybe it's just constantly trying to.
I don't feel like
I don't feel like it is. I feel like it was the script needed another pass.
Right.
I don't think him blowing into the bottle did anything.
Did anything?
Huh.
Yeah, I got
Do you
you.
think
he
that's
picked
just
up
part
that-
of them
He
being a
was already
group?
being pushed towards
He was
the
already.
cult.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
His wife and kid had already died. He'd already slept with the neighbor. It wouldn't
Well,
have
so why do the
mattered.
kids
I
do
gotcha.
it? Just because it's like a
Well,
Candyman thing?
because-
or
It's
something
a
Yeah.
like
Candyman
that?
thing.
You know,
It's a
it's a-
Candyman
yeah,
thing. And I think
okay.
that's part of the reason why he did it as well.
Yeah.
Because the girl told him about it, so he's just like, all right, fine. Well, if there is a thing, then
Bring it the fuck on.
even though it's not nighttime, I'm still gonna blow in this
But
bottle.
what if it's also another step in like that? The one, I guess, thematic that you do have to take a step back and think
Right.
that does carry the whole thing of manifestation.
Right.
Like he has to blow into the bottle at some point, regardless if it's nighttime or day,
In order to
take another
manifest,
step
yeah.
forward in opening his brain to this whole entire concept.
And maybe that's why she told him about that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There is something that I'd love to bring up, but you haven't. Have you seen the movie The Skeleton Key?
I have.
No,
Yeah.
actually, I think we own it. I think it's on our show.
You should watch it.
I just
Oh,
grabbed it so I can watch it. So
Yeah, we'll talk about it some other time. But no, I'm very very curious about that as well. Like, was that so that he could, start the process, because they did have the day 1, the day 2,
Sure,
the day
totally,
3
totally.
with him. So maybe that's the whole thing where he had to still summon the Empty Man for
Absolutely.
himself to himself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which convoluted as
That's a-
fuck.
that's
a
He's
weird
like in a
loop
body
there.
right
he
here.
become the
Right.
empty man, though.
Yeah, he
What
got
is-
vomited. Dude vomited himself into his mouth.
that's
Yeah.
about the only time that I
Really?
yeah
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, he trapped him, pinned him down, and then started puking into his mouth.
Yeah.
And then his whole body went into his mouth
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
behind it, and
Oh,
that's
well,
when
he was in
his
the cave
eyes
again,
went
wasn't
black.
he?
So
Yeah.
maybe it's something about that with like okay, so you were saying the idea of like them making him a blank slate for the Empty Man. The possibility is that when the Empty Man comes for those who haven't been cleansed like that, then they just get murdered or kill themselves
kill
because they
themselves,
can't
yeah,
deal with
right.
it.
Power
But,
overload.
but it's him actually being able to take it in because he doesn't have a self for real. He
Well,
has
because someone,
barely
I
anything
don't
in
remember
there.
who says it to him, but someone says, like, you can hear him in your head.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel him winning out over you.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
itch in your brain.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
don't
but I
remember who
guess
says
with these
that.
with people that already have a
itchy brain.
personality in there, it's like a Johnny Mnemonic thing. You don't have enough data in your brain,
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it starts
Yeah,
corrupting
exactly.
your brain, right? You need a hard drive.
God.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know, man.
But I don't know.
But it didn't make me want to go back and like re-experience other storylines that kind of do what they're doing, but better.
but better.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Like I told Phil a little about this, and it's a podcast that Wolf and I listen to. Called it was done by Shudder. You guys familiar with Shudder?
Yeah, yeah, I know
Strictly
Shudder.
horror
Yeah,
stuff.
totally.
They do this really badass scripted podcast. It's completely done. They actually did like a supplement book follow-up, just dealing with stories in that kind of universe, called Video Palace. And the only thing I hate about this, and I will say this, is it deals with VHS tapes and VHS tapes collectors.
Okay.
And they do this great radio story job of the spooky sounds and the scratchy stuff and da-da-da, and then going back and then like someone fixes the audio, so then like 3 episodes later you're like, holy shit, that's what that fucking guy said, shit like that.
Yeah.
But because it's a storyline about a visual medium, I want it to be a visual medium,
Yeah.
and it's a fucking radio play.
Right.
That's the only thing that just murders me on the inside. But it again, it deals with, You okay? But dealing with, you know, a person or persons finding out about this super dark underbelly subculture, kind of cult things, kind of this weird pseudo side god, old god thing, entity. You know what I mean? But it's about this guy who's a VHS collector, and you know, like any hardcore niche collecting, there's someone who's bigger into it than you are.
Right.
And there forever will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then there's like a urban legend of these white videotapes. The videotapes work in any fucking VHS player you want to put them in. No serial numbers on them. No one knows where the fuck that came from. No labels. No nothing. But you watch it and it's like a Ring experience, and it's just like fucking shit. And then like the main guy, like his like nose bleeds and he just like immediately throws up. You know? Yeah, totally. I think in the storyline there's like 7 tapes. You know, he finds a couple more. You know what I mean?
So what happens after you watch one?
You get fucking weird.
You get weird. You're just weird forever.
It gets weird.
You get weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
He started like saying shit in his sleep. You know?
You get a random
And
debuff.
that's like
Other people, right?
yeah.
You just,
It's like it's a debuff, just permanent debuff.
random
It's
debuff.
like your ring
It's
finger never bends again.
Yeah.
Some Binding of Isaac shit.
That would be awful.
Now you have a growth.
Now that I think about it.
For real, you can't bend the other fingers. It's like, oh no!
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know. But like I don't know, like, but they do that because like the thematics on that track, because you still get completion
Absolutely.
because things make entirely sense.
Yeah, this did not make
This
it.
didn't-
In,
it doesn't
no,
make any
no,
sense.
it starts going in this one direction, and you're down with it. Then it completely starts you back over, goes in a different direction. Sounds like a creepypasta for a solid amount of time. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going like, is this just some Candyman shit?
And then it's
Yeah.
like Candyman, it's
I'm
Wicker
okay with
Man,
that.
Slender Man.
Slender
Slender
Man.
Man.
That was probably the one.
Slender Man.
Yeah, that was
It's
probably
like-
the thing that I
it's
made.
so many urban
did
legend
you guys ever
movies.
watch
Yeah.
Marble Hornets on YouTube?
Marble?
Marble Hornets, like a
Oh,
marble
yeah.
counter.
That sounds
marble,
fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
Like,
really?
Marble?
Marble Hornets?
Marble
Hornets?
Hornets. You have no idea what I'm
That
talking about.
sucks.
No,
You have no
like
idea what I'm talking
I've
about.
never seen the movie, but that's a terrifying concept.
We don't need
YouTube-
Marble Hornets.
YouTube
No!
show. Completely independently done.
Yeah.
Filmed by some
You're gonna
guys.
get famous.
Oh yeah.
We are gonna get famous.
Oh, sweet.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were going to get famous, huh?
No, this thing was entirely shot in Helena, Alabama,
Oh, awesome.
Love it.
and partially, I like Alabaster, and partially Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
It was done by a guy who was a year ahead of me.
Nothing in Dothan, huh?
I don't know. I don't know.
It was getting
But it-
scary there for a minute.
But,
so
it,
I'm
but
like,
it deals
yeah.
it deals with the Slender Man,
Oh.
and apparently this really shot forward the internet presence of the Slender Man.
Whoa.
It's
Okay.
fucking rad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really fucking
So
rad.
Marble Hornets
Scares-
doesn't actually exist as a
scares the
okay.
shit out of me. Well, that's just what the series is called.
called,
It's
right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You're fine.
And then-
there are
and
no
then there's,
marble
like-
hornets.
Dude.
There's
There
like-
are no hornets made
There's
of
like
marble.
a sub YouTube
Oh,
horror as well.
no, man. What do you do about that?
Rad.
You know,
Run. You
I was
run.
about to say the
You run.
shoe doesn't work anymore. I don't know what to.
No, not at all. But it's okay. Yeah. A lot of it's filmed in Oak Mountain State Park. Really rad.
that's
If you guys jam
Wow.
on some like Slender Man-y kinda, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fucking
creepy
good.
pasta.
Once in a
that
while,
kind
the
of stuff.
creepypasta stuff's all right. you
Every
know?
once in a while.
All
Yeah,
right.
Who was the last one? It was like this big. It's like a giant creature with like a horn for a head, and it can like mimic the sound.
Oh, you're talking
I
about yeah, because they put them in Fallout.
Yeah.
In Fallout 4, the
Yeah.
big giant lanky with like a
I didn't play much
a
before I got mad
bullhorn,
at it.
bullhorn.
like
yeah,
like
multiple
I don't know.
bullhorns.
like
for a
that
head.
you would see at the on an army base's poles for the PA system, like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
loud ass, and it does
Yeah.
that like a foghorn almost.
That
you know?
Yeah.
sounds terrifying.
Wait,
fucking
no.
terrible.
Yeah.
And when it sees you, it
Fallout,
starts.
you dingus. It's
no,
fucking
they put that.
Not
Bioshock,
Fallout.
motherfucker.
No.
No,
Bioshock
I'm
Infinite.
100%
I even
right
thought
about this.
it was
Yeah.
after Fallout. I thought it was more recently than that.
Fallout 4, they have a mod for a minute.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
Yeah,
it was.
It's
that's
the
what I'm
mod.
trying to get at.
That just
movie
makes
what
me
now?
think that it's just the thing running around Silent Hill.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
it
yeah.
really seems
Yeah,
like.
that's it.
You know what?
It's just
and I
always
will
hiding
say the
behind
Empty
buildings
Man.
usually.
The Empty Man
Oh, I see a person,
definitely.
gotta make noise.
It definitely felt like Silent Hill at times. You know, it
Yeah.
felt very Silent Hill-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
This
that.
had some
know,
Silent Hill
which-
elements. It
yeah,
also
and-
made about as much sense as most Silent Hill.
I would have, well,
So,
but
you know.
still, I would have been happier had he not have been created. But it was just
Right.
his guilt that made him,
Right.
susceptible to.
I
the
do
guilty,
feel-
to the guilty.
yeah,
man.
I do
The
feel
guilty
like-
man, but
Yeah.
he's all this guilty gear, dude. You know, everybody's guilty.
I
So
do
bad guy,
feel like
everybody
the
else.
cult element is probably what bogs it down as far as
The cult
story wise
wasn't
for me.
needed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
that's what it really feels
They
like.
should have leaned into the cosmic side less
Right.
cult
If
side.
they had
Especially
the
after
girl Amanda
Midsummer.
Yeah.
doing the bidding of the empty man,
Yeah.
and leading all these people to do all these things, and you didn't even have the cult, they
Yeah.
didn't exist, it would be a much
You just
better
had this
story.
weird
Now,
word of
I'm
mouth
like,
thing
where-
happening.
Well, it'd have been a
with the-
much
yeah.
cleaner story.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Like, where does
yeah,
it
a
start
lot
and
more
stop with this
focused.
cult? Because it seemed like by the end of it, that whole hospital was in on this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? So I'm like, how many
Because
people?
cults run deep, kids.
You
With
know,
the Trump
right,
campaign.
right. You know, but at the beginning of the movie, it didn't seem like
Meemaw's
that
in
was
on
a
it.
thing.
Oh.
Now everybody's in on it. You know, straight
Like,
up like.
how long has the girl been in the cult to be this weird high
Absolutely,
position?
yeah.
Look, some
She's
people
what,
just excel
18?
at certain jobs.
Yeah, 18. Yeah.
They said she
Like,
was
I'm just
gifted.
really good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
bro.
Yeah.
But,
Whatever
like,
the
at
hell
what
that
point
means.
Did she join it? Was it after her dad died? Was it before? Did she kill
No,
her
it's
dad?
when she started trimming up dude's
Did she
facial
ever
hair.
have a
That's
dad?
why she just got that
Never
gig
have it.
first.
Exactly. Maybe she's a homunculus. And
She
then
felt-
and
maybe
then-
she's a homunculus.
And then,
yeah.
so what's the point of being?
Everybody's
Live,
homunculus.
What's the point of being an
Homunculi.
antenna? What's the
what?
point? Why? This
why,
thing we're gonna
why
keep
does
him
the man
alive.
have the antenna ability?
Oh, yeah.
What's the point?
Why
You
do
know,
we need
like,
to perpetuate this empty man?
What are we
are they
doing?
doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Is,
Like, what-
does he transfer
that's
himself
the thing
to
about
people?
like weird cult things,
So are
like
we
cult
asking
plot
what the
lines. Like,
purpose of the
what
cult
is your goal
is?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the goal?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, so we know we want the empty man around. That's what it is. And
That's
this
pretty much
vegetable
But
is
what
going to
does
die.
he tell
So
us?
you know,
Yeah.
he's got
What
to
does
tell
he
him
have us
something.
Because it seemed to be
'Cause they're all
kill
about it.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's
right, every time.
man. Be
And-
more
and-
positive.
And send your feedback.
Be more constructive with your feedback. Why?
Well, like any is it not at the end of the day just about absolution?
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess so.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
They don't really talk about
there's not a
when
higher
they die,
purpose.
what
There's not a
happens. They
yeah.
don't say where they're going.
like cross
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
most cults' thing.
Have you guys
is
seen
at
Martyrs?
The end of their
They're the
life,
promised
they go
land.
somewhere.
Because I haven't seen Martyrs. Okay, see,
so.
Martyrs
I
is
feel like
another
by
one of
the
these
name, I've
movies.
seen it already.
There's so many of these movies that seem like they do part of this better, right? They do parts of this better. And Martyrs is another one that has an element of what's happening.
Tape
but better.
Tape doing some checking for us. The wiki says the cult preaches that service to the empty man gets you your desires.
That's,
I don't feel
that's
like
so
they say
fucking.
that.
They
what is
work
that?
in a
Yeah,
hospital.
but what?
Did they
That's
say
very-
that?
Is that your desire? Like, I
Yeah.
really
No,
want this
after that.
nursing gig.
Yeah,
After that.
Man, I love that graveyard shift.
How long after? Okay, so it's
How
been
long?
30. So it's been 32 years
Yeah.
now. Now we're gonna transfer this empty man to this other dude. Are we
23,
still gonna
23.
22?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
22.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
not quite
Do
that
we
long.
have another 22 years to wait for our desires, or is
Well,
that after you
if
die?
this,
Maybe-
if this guy, this is the one we've been waiting on.
That's right. He is
this
the
the-
man.
this the dude.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
And what kind of things are these people desiring? Like a sea-doo? They're
Absolution.
Like, I want a
Yeah.
absolution,
Absolution.
which means what? We purge. We're just gonna
Absolutely.
purge the earth.
To-
So
to-
now
to
we're.
become-
It's the
Yeah.
forever purge year.
That's
That's
it.
what we're doing
Yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
pretty much.
So,
But see, that's the thing though. Like with doomsday cults.
right.
Like, all right, great, you're another world.
Mhm.
Everyone else had a miserable time.
But we all got
you know what I
Nikes
mean?
out of it.
Boring.
I got some Nikes out of it.
yeah,
And
and
I-
somebody
like-
wants something on the front end. You know what I'm
Like-
saying?
No,
Like,
no,
for real.
definitely.
You know,
but
I
like,
want
you
free
know,
tacos for life.
That's it.
Anytime
Yeah,
I go
yeah.
to a Mexican
You're gonna have
restaurant,
free
I want them
tacos
to be
for
like,
life.
That'd be great.
Well, you
Yeah.
get refilled queso.
You totally.
And I'm like,
yeah.
well, thank you.
You'll,
The empty man came through for a boy.
I will not have an empty queso bowl from now on. Thank you,
Well, I
empty
want
man.
the full man. I don't want no empty man dinner.
That's right.
Can I pray to the hungry man?
Yeah,
what I
man,
want.
I'm serious. dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it doesn't exist. We have to make it.
That's right. The hungry man.
hungry
The
man.
hungry man.
That sounds more terrifying already.
All of
Oh, yeah.
he's
Oh, yeah.
instead of
Man.
fingers, all of his fingers are like sporks.
Sausages.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. I went straight for the fucking bratwurst.
straight sausage fingers.
like literal.
I see it, and then that makes me think of
Literal
fucking.
Daddy, you like some sausage?
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
That was my phone.
Daddy, would
Oh,
you
my
like
bad.
some
Slap,
sausage?
slap. Got
I
excited.
heard a boom. I was like, it's happening.
Absolution. You know?
Oh,
Fuck. Another kind of side gaudy, good time little chill film.
Yeah.
Wounds,
Wounds.
starring Army
Oh,
Hammer.
that was so
Oh.
good.
Really
Yeah?
jamming. Really
yeah, I've
jamming.
heard about that.
Um,
I've been wanting to
Hulu.
check that out.
Heard.
Oh,
Shitty
awesome.
asshole bartender in a dive bar in New Orleans
Hmm.
tries to return a cell phone that a kid left at his bar,
Wah, wah.
and things
Get
don't
weird.
become
That's
fun.
what. See, that,
No,
see,
please.
okay, that's why I don't want to watch this movie anyway, because that would never happen in Louisiana. That wouldn't happen. Nobody would be
There's a
returning
thing.
that
There's
phone.
a thing.
They wouldn't return that phone.
Yes.
I'm
yes,
wiping
but
this
like,
one.
Yeah, boy. Everybody knows a guy. Everyone knows a guy.
He closes up shop, takes the phone home.
Okay, this sounds bad.
As you do in a dive bar. I don't know however many people worked in a dive bar.
Yeah, but
Right.
yeah,
but
that's
you know,
what
by
you
the
do.
time you close up a dive bar and you stumble into your house at 6 a.m. hammered,
Yes.
Yep.
and you pass out wherever the fuck you want to pass out. He wakes up and he's just like, oh yeah, I got this kid's fucking phone.
Oh,
What the
yeah.
fuck? He's like drinking coffee, and then he realizes there's like 20 text messages, and like the most recent one is like, please fucking call me. This fucking dude died. Please fucking call me. Please fucking call me. He's like, oh, well, I guess I have to return this phone now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what drives the plot. That's what it was. Because I was just like, I don't even remember why the fuck he
also
gives a
would
shit.
not happen. Somebody would just be like, "Oh shit, this dude's having a bad day." that
That sucks to be you.
And so he
But
goes
you
and
need-
returns the phone. Okay, I guess we need to watch this movie.
I guess
It's
so.
jamming.
absolutely.
It's
Wounds.
jamming.
I do want to
It's
see it.
on Hulu.
Okay.
It's on
yeah.
Hulu. Yeah. Yeah.
Got the Hulu.
Army Hammer's a terrible person, but he's really good in this. So
Yeah.
All right.
it's good.
His name's also
Well-
Army Hammer.
Yeah.
He's the hammer.
That's the
So-
dude with the weird texts. Is that that guy?
I
I
think.
think it's
the-
the cannibalism.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the I want to eat you
It's
thing.
the slight cannibalism.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I was just thinking about it. I wasn't gonna do it.
I'm not here to
gonna-
king shame.
shoes
for it.
on when he became Hammer Man. Hammer Man. Sorry, we're just jamming out.
He's so aggressive with it, dude. He's like, "Here comes the hammer."
I loved that show as a kid. Loved it.
Where's the MC Hammer horror movie? That'd be great, dude.
Oh,
If
God
Hammer,
damn.
If Hammer was the villain, stop Hammer time. That's what you call it.
Stop Hammer.
Hammer time.
Who's
Rated
seen
R.
Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah.
Okay,
Doesn't-
I have
Yeah,
not.
You did?
Oh hell yeah.
Man,
I'm
love
so
that movie.
glad.
Oh,
I'm
That's
so
the
glad.
closest thing to an MC Hammer.
Yeah,
movie.
that's where I went. As I was like, I'm sorry, but that's where my mind went.
All right, my bad.
Imagine-
He is the hero.
All right.
MC Hammer.
Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff.
Yeah. With Nick Cage.
I haven't seen it.
And he
so-
basically doesn't speak. Does he say anything the whole movie? Does he say a fucking word?
Well, yeah, I think he says like 8. No, he doesn't.
No, dude, I
They
don't
couldn't
think Nick
afford
Cage.
it.
They
I
couldn't
just
pay
wanna
him
know,
to
I
speak.
just want to
They
know
couldn't
how
afford
they
it.
got away with just straight up ripping off Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah,
they
you
didn't
know,
even
the
bother.
banana
Yeah.
split, the banana split movie. Is
Yeah,
that what you're
man,
talking
Well,
about?
they're
it's-
working on a
just
Five Nights at
period.
Freddy's movie as it
Yeah.
stands, but
Yeah.
I mean that happens all the time in
Oh
that
yeah,
genre.
absolutely.
You know,
Dude.
whenever there's a new concept, somebody's gonna have that straight to DVD, like knockoff of it. Immediately.
Willy's Wonderland is
you know?
worth a watch, though.
It's
Okay,
man.
so
That
I'm
is-
glad
that's
this
a
kind of
fun
came
time.
full circle in my life to
Yeah.
the Nick Cage renaissance that's happening.
Yes, I
Ooh,
love it.
Yeah.
And I'm sad.
Color of the Space,
there-
boy.
Dude.
I still haven't watched it,
Oh,
but I did. I
no.
did Mandy. I did
Shit.
Mandy.
That one's so
See, I haven't done
horny.
Color in Space, and I haven't done Willy's Wonderland.
Man.
But now there's a fourth film. I don't know
What
if
you
you
got?
guys.
What you got?
The martial arts film.
No.
Oh,
just-
I know what
they
you're
just
talking
released
about.
the trailer
That's
yesterday.
Is it not
This
Taekwondo?
is what I
What do
texted
they
you
call
about it. Pig.
Oh yeah, fuck! I
Hey.
didn't watch the
Maybe
the
I
thing for
did
it
see a
yet.
trailer for
Yeah?
Pig. I don't know.
Nick Cage is gonna make me cry over a fucking pig.
Oh man.
Oh,
Huh?
so no, I haven't
So
seen
this is
Amazing.
Babe with Nick Cage.
You've already cried over a pig before with
yeah.
Limetown.
I did. I
Ah.
did.
Yeah, or,
also,
or
Limetown's
Charlotte's
really rad,
Web.
guys
Didn't you
ever-
cry over?
No, not at all. He's a fucking truffle farmer.
Oh.
He just lives alone in the woods. Shaggy man.
And he's got his pig.
He's
to
got
go
his
and find
adorable
those
little hairy
truffles.
pig.
Yeah.
Just doing truffles.
Yeah.
And then, like, I guess, like, for whatever reason, someone shows the fuck up.
And just
And,
shoots
like,
the pig in the face.
No. They beat the shit out of him and take his pig.
Oh, so this is like
I see
it's
why
like
they would
John
take the
Wick
pig.
and Taken.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
But
yeah,
he
it's a
comes. He
revenge
goes. I guess
tale.
then he
Over a
ventures
pig.
back
I'm
into
down.
society.
Over a
He ventures
pig.
back into
This sounds
society.
awesome.
Oh.
And as the trailer alludes, apparently no one else fucking recognizes him because he's been in the woods for God knows how long.
Right.
And he looks like goddamn, you know.
He looks
Oh, he
like
didn't
a
clean
woolly-
up or
he's
anything?
a woolly man.
No,
He didn't clean up. He just came back. Just
Just like still bloody.
He ain't
Still
got
bloody.
time to clean up, man. He's got to get his
Still
pig
like
back.
But
time
turns
for
out
showers?
he used to be like the chef.
He's just gonna get
So
thrown
like,
in the county.
I'm
That's
getting a
all.
fucking
he's
chef. I'm getting a chef movie with Nick Cage, who's
that's
gonna make me
awesome.
cry over his fucking truffle pig, and
Yeah.
someone's gonna get fucked up because it's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
a goddamn revenge movie at the
Oh.
same time.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
I'm
Sounds
in.
Nick Cage is
amazing.
back, bro.
Right.
I don't care how many houses he has
never
to pay
left.
for nowadays.
Don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years.
That's
right,
right.
I
Nick
love
Cage
Nick
never
Cage.
went away.
But
He's
legitimately,
He's a
with these,
national treasure.
now 4
He
films,
even
I
told
want
you
to
that.
through them all, and then just have my brain melt, and then maybe we can talk
Man,
about it.
Yeah, we
maybe
do
we should
another
have
one, yeah.
a Nick Cage episode. That sounds like a
Absolutely,
good one.
I'm totally
Yeah.
down.
I still
love
haven't
me
seen
some
Mandy.
Cage.
Dude, I've got a friend. I've got. Oh,
You'd love
Mandy's
Color
the
Out of
shit.
Space.
Oh, I know I would.
Yeah.
I know I would.
Yeah, you'd
Dude,
love that.
A friend of mine
I
has
gotta
a
see Mandy, though.
pillow, and it's one of those. What do you call those pillows? It's
Nope.
like
Like with the anime
all
girls
gold
on?
sequin,
Oh.
but when you brush it, the
Yeah, the
opposite
flip-flop
direction-
sequins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
totally.
He's got one of
You
those.
know,
It's
like-
all gold
like-
No, I know,
sequins,
I know.
but when he rubs it, it's Nick Cage's face.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so.
Well, like what?
Oh,
What year?
God,
Like
that's
what
so
era,
bad.
Nick Cage?
Huh?
What era, Nick Cage?
This was. I mean, I'll
Birdie,
find a picture
Nick
of it if you
Cage.
want.
If you don't mind.
This was.
Wicker Man,
I
Nick
think.
Cage.
Yeah.
No, I think it was Face Off Nick Cage.
Oh, Face Off.
Face Off.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I love
Okay.
that
Oh,
movie.
That movie
Good.
is
That's
so
getting a
good.
sequel. There's a sequel of Face Off in the works right now too.
There
Really?
is, but eh.
Is
But
it
what do you do?
Face On?
Face on.
But like, what
Face
do you do with
Off.
that?
Face
Turn the other cheek.
I don't know. I think I might have been listening to one of like Kevin Smith bros talk about this, and it's like, what do you do with that plot?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
is the only line of logic here to do it like it's the guy's kids?
It's supposed to be a direct
yeah.
sequel.
Yeah, but like it's the
And-
guy's kids, and the guy's kids swap fucking faces, and then it's like fucking like that'd be kind of rad.
Because Castor Troy's dead. Castor Troy
I
died.
forgot his name's Castor Troy.
Castor
Yeah.
Troy, baby. Uh-huh. Just something to forget. That's
But what if you did? But see, that's the thing. We have a sequel, which surmises. But what if you didn't?
Oh.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, you can't really have much Cage unless it's in flashbacks, right? Or maybe he swapped to someone else's face, like in the middle of the last movie, and we had no idea.
That's
Exactly.
what that's
You know?
what it is. Before
Gave
they
the other guy
buried
KCP,
Nick
so he
Cage,
cast
they
a Troy
took
to
his
kill
face,
people.
and now they're just kind of going around with
Yeah.
Nick Cage's face and just putting it on different people.
Right.
Yeah,
Nick Cage becomes a faceless man.
yeah, pretty
That
much.
happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Cage in the House of Black and White.
Well,
Valor, Mogolis.
You know, I gotta say this. I'm not gonna tell you anything else about Color Out of Space, but that man cannot pick what accent he has in Color Out of
No,
Space.
yeah,
It's
dude.
so good.
Did you hear about what the fuck was it? Was it Kick-Ass?
Great movie.
No.
Oh.
No.
No,
It was-
you're
it was
talking about Green Hornet.
It was
The Green Hornet
Did you
thing.
hear about the Green Hornet
Oh,
thing?
this is
No.
good.
Apparently,
Yeah.
so Seth Rogen,
Yes.
like did all of it. you know?
Right.
But
And, like,
before they had cast the Green Hornet, right?
Like Nick Cage comes up to him, he's like, "I'd love to be in your movie," and he's just like, "All right, hey Nick, like, how are you? Like, whatever," and just like immediately goes into this weird impromptu like white guy Jamaican monologue.
of his own making,
Completely-
not on script. He just said
Yeah.
some
No,
shit.
I think I did hear this story.
And then he was just like,
I might have been telling you this.
yeah, I think it was you. Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'll call you, man. That was weird."
I think
And then like
I think
Nick
he
Cage
said to
doesn't
him
even
like,
say bye. He just like,
He just came in Nick Cage.
Yeah,
and
he
just
just
like,
walked
Just
away.
caged it and walked away.
"Hey Nick, we're going in a different direction.
Yeah.
We're gonna try somebody else out for this one."
apparently someone asked him about that, and his only response was like, "He's a nice guy."
Yeah.
Like not like confirming or denying that he ever did that.
Right.
You know.
That's great.
You can't call Nick Cage out on that.
No, man. Can't call
That
Nick
was an
Cage out
audition,
on
man.
nothing.
He knows it's better to just pop up on somebody and then just Nick Cage the shit out of them than it is to actually show up for an audition. He's like, look, we don't have time for all that, you know.
Yeah.
It's like this is a Red Lobster.
The-
Yeah.
I've been working on this, so I just want you to hear it real quick.
Pass them cheese.
Had an idea.
I got two questions
sound
for
good right
everybody.
now.
Well, number
Okay.
one, are we all gonna go watch Dune? Are we all gonna go watch?
Are they
all-
doing home release? Are they still
I
doing
think
They
home
they're
release?
are,
do- they
but
are
we
doing
could
home-
also go.
No,
watch
yeah,
Dune.
right. I was just curious.
Or you guys could come over here and we could all watch Dune on my shit. Like it doesn't matter. We could
Be kinda
go.
rad.
I'm
yeah.
gonna watch it.
Yeah, but I think we should watch
And-
Dune. It's like another year and a half.
Yeah, that'll
It's
be.
not coming
that'll
out
be
yet.
Not,
in it.
is it a year and a half, really?
It's
gonna
next
be in-
holidays.
Yeah, it's
dude.
gonna be a
fuck off.
2022 holiday.
Oh.
Yeah,
They-
so
they pushed
so
it
I'll be
back
able to
hard.
read all of Dune by the time that.
You have fun with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm not doing. I did get the graphic novel version of the first one, or the first graphic novel version of Dune. They're redoing the whole thing that way.
Like, is it
I'll show it to you
Dune
when
in
we get
its
there.
entirety?
Well, they're working on it. They're,
Oh,
they're getting there.
They're
It's
doing
this
Dune.
is the first
it's like volume
book.
one of
This
Dune.
is the first book.
Right,
Of it.
yeah.
One.
Yeah.
I understand.
I also got a comic that's the Sumerian, so it's a reworking of Howard's work with modern art that
Really?
vaguely is Frazetta-y.
That's rad.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty
rad.
cool.
So how much do we want an Old Man Conan movie?
Oh my God, I
King
want Old
Conan.
Man Conan.
This much.
Fuck.
Yes.
This many.
I'm with it.
Man, just fill it right in right
That's
now.
right.
Uh-huh.
Just drop it.
Like,
right
there's no reason that
God.
movie should not exist already.
Did you watch the
Absolutely.
Momoa Conan?
I like that movie.
I didn't think it was.
I didn't think it was as trash
horrible.
as everybody
Yeah,
said it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
but-
like Jason Momoa.
But it's also very much
fuck
like
off, Jason Momoa.
I don't. I
Dude,
don't like
he's
Jason
the
Momoa.
best. I don't like Jason Momoa.
Did you see this
because
Conan?
he is so goddamn attractive.
Oh, yeah.
and he's like
You're jealous,
and he's,
huh?
And he's like that. Well, it's
the
not even-
modern
wait,
Adonis.
Wait, it's not that.
Serious.
It's that he's also not an egotistical prick.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Why you gotta
he's
be
such
nice,
a nice
too,
fucking
you
guy.
motherfucker.
Well, that
Yeah,
makes me
I'm not
mad,
saying he's
dude.
not a-
That makes me mad. You don't get to look that good
You can't
and
be both.
Yeah, no. You gotta pick
This
your
motherfucker
side.
does charities and
Okay?
shit. Like,
Yeah,
come
dude.
on.
He's
Plus
got a
his
genuine
wife.
smile.
Plus
Plus his wife.
Yeah.
Oh
dude,
yeah,
I can't-
yeah, really.
I can't
I-
deal with that.
All,
dude.
I,
And Lenny
all I
Kravitz
will say,
loves him.
I
Too
don't. It's not a personal vendetta against Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
He in every movie he's been in, he's been the weakest link for me.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
Okay.
all it
He
is.
did make Aquaman look really good.
Bro,
He did.
but
Yeah.
Aquaman
Yeah.
itself was a great fucking movie.
He wasn't.
Aquaman
he
itself
wasn't
was
I'm
bad as
astounded about
Conan.
how much stuff
He really
they
wasn't
crammed
bad as
into that
Conan.
movie
He wasn't
without making
terrible.
it feel
Yeah.
too full. Aquaman is a good
I
film.
never watched
See, I still
Aquaman
haven't
because I
seen
just don't like
Aquaman.
the character.
I mean,
never
it's
have.
not even that
And
he's
so-
objectively
It's
bad
fucking
most
rad.
of the time. It's just kind
Oh,
of
you started reading them?
Heard that.
Plus you have
Yeah.
I
Well,
Patrick
haven't
Wilson.
started yet.
don't
S's
let it
half-brother
overwhelm you
asshole
with banners.
who's like
So many
rules
banners.
Atlantis.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
the guy from
Yeah.
Conjuring. Yeah,
Yeah, let's go.
And then you're just like, both these men are so fucking handsome. Like, fight more, please.
Right.
Please.
Now, all I was gonna say
Go
about
go
the
water zoomies around each other.
Momoa
Yeah.
Conan is that it feels like Hercules or Xena. That's the problem with it to me. Is that it feels like
Why
a
is that a
movie.
problem?
Yeah, I'm about to say what the
Well,
fuck.
it's
What do you
a, it's a,
What
it's
else are
a,
you gonna do?
it's a style. That's what it is.
That's
It's
fair.
definitely a certain
That's fair.
way of doing things.
That's fair. No, but that movie's great. Like, you get like 3 different villains. You get a horror scene
Yeah.
for a good minute. Like, there's a lot crammed in that
Yeah.
movie. James Wan's a madman.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
man's
he is.
crazy.
Did you watch Army of the Dead? We did that last week.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
What'd you think of Army of the Dead?
It's a weird movie.
It's
I
a
like
weird
it a lot.
movie.
I had a lot of
I've
fun
had a
with
lot
it.
of fun with it
I
though.
enjoyed it.
Better
Didn't you
than
have fun
Empty
with
Man.
it? Way better than Empty Man as a
Way
as
more
a-
entertaining.
I fell asleep during it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you didn't really want to watch it anyway.
No.
No.
But
Yeah.
I'm still I am surprised that movie is like just over 3 hours and it felt like
It
an hour
didn't
and a half.
feel
two.
like it.
Felt like an
Yeah.
hour and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah.
it
I didn't
feel
even
like it
notice
all.
the time passing. I mean, that's a conversation we had last week. Like, I watched Frankenstein's Army really, really late.
Yeah, but that was
And-
what, hour 40?
And that's about an hour 40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
But
about to say, that was
Yeah.
it
short.
was just
Dude, it
engaging
just the whole time. God, you guys
that,
gotta
like,
watch
when the
this.
credits
It's
roll,
so
I'm like,
good.
keep it coming, you know? Yeah, by the time the
Never
Empty
a
Man
dull
was over,
moment.
I'm just like,
Right.
Jesus,
Is that
finally.
the movie you guys were talking about that Resident Evil
Ripped off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Are we
awesome.
in the general consensus that like, yeah, you fucked up?
Oh, they fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they fucked up,
man.
bad.
They're
I
gonna have
remember
to
hearing
pay
you
out
guys
some
talk
money.
about
And apparently they've
Yeah.
been fucking up for quite a while. 'cause-
Yeah.
Well, they weren't fucking up because they weren't getting caught. Nobody cared
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now they're getting
Now
caught.
they're
Now
get-
they're
yeah.
getting called out.
They're just like, oh,
Yeah.
damn, dude, where are we going to get inspiration?
I will say, the plane engine motherfucker,
Yeah, that's
most obnoxious part of that.
Oh,
game.
Sturm? Fuck.
Sturm.
Man.
I love Sturm
Fucking
on paper,
Sturm.
but
Yeah.
I hate being in that room with him. I'm
That
like, I'm over this
sucks.
fight.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
I'm over this fight.
It especially pisses me off that he
There it is.
activates
It's a
mines from
giant-
the front.
That's
But,
beautiful.
oh man,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Very real.
Nick Cage pillowcase
that's
with
amazing.
flip flop
And you
sequence.
flip-flop the sequence. Yeah, right?
Did you know you can kill
Wow.
Big Werewolf Bro in the beginning of the game?
Yeah, we were just talking about
That's
that
rad. I just found out
because what
about
it
that.
doesn't do is change the intro
did not do-
cutscene.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it
Change
doesn't
goes
do
back
that at
on,
all.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
But
well,
still,
he's fine.
You get like 30 grand for it. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had a
totally,
spare.
and an achievement.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I
That's
like it
how-
that the achievements give you things.
Right.
That makes me
Uh-huh.
feel good.
Yeah.
That's all done. That's all done.
Yeah. Like everything you do in that game rewards you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I jumped
That's
back on the
really cool.
mercenaries now that he's done with it, or as done as you're gonna be with it.
Yeah, I'm just done.
You're just done.
You're just so
Just done.
close. You're so close.
I
to
got
the end.
through most of the factory and was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, I'm gonna play something else.
It's just, the one question I have with that game is just like, where did you get the bodies for all those Frankensteins?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a
For Frankenstein's
lot.
army.
Yeah, that's- yeah.
No,
Frankenstein's army, or-
Well, for the drill arm guys that are the same idea.
We're talking about Resident Evil. We're
Yeah,
talking about
Resident
yeah,
Evil,
Resident
yeah.
Evil.
Like, because like you can just sit, and I know it's just supposed to be like background animation.
Yeah, but there were like
But,
thousands.
Like thousands, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
a lot of bros.
Well, but you know, she had been working
And it's
on
all the same, bro. Too. It's
Well,
like That's
That's the problem. Where'd you find the same,
same
bros?
dude.
But she's
Yeah.
been working with the Cadeau for a long time. She's
That's
been
fair.
working
That
with,
is fair.
so who
Like, I can see
knows
a
how
lot of
many
cadavers.
people.
Yeah.
They've been killing folks left and right, like
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah,
So-
I was hoping that you got to that one scene in the cave where you see the giant Cadeau. That was really the thing that I was
yeah.
hoping that you saw, because
Yeah.
man, it's so cool
And
looking.
just peeking through those cavern
Dude.
walls and watching the werewolf.
I'll look up
on
a
the
list.
side,
bodies.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
but that
good
was
shit.
pretty much my thing. It's just like I got to the point, and I was just like, man, I really just want to go back to Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
11. And so I was just like,
need
fuck it, I'll
something
look up.
happy.
I know, right? He's like, you're
Yeah,
stressing me
I
out.
He just needs more Toriyama, guys. That's all he needs.
I mean, doesn't the world need more
That's-
Toriyama?
We all need
The
more
world
Toriyama.
needs more
Yeah,
Toriyama.
we just need less 3D Ghibli films.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's a weird
I
transition,
really
but
like
they're
that,
just bad.
that,
I'm
that
just
Dragon Quest movie they pumped out.
That
Oh,
was
man, I'd
actually
love to see
really,
that.
really
That's fucking
good.
good.
Is it
that
good?
was
It's on
good.
Netflix.
Yes.
It's good. It's
Okay.
It is
good.
fantastic.
Like surprisingly. I was
3D?
like,
Dragon Quest,
Yes.
your story.
so does it
Okay.
look like
Yeah.
the
Yes.
way 11 looks?
It's
pretty much?
basically
but
it's
like nicer lighting.
it basically follows the story of
Cool.
5.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's that, but then it veers off into other directions, which I won't spoil
That's
because
pretty
I
cool.
want you to watch it.
The
and
only
it's
thing
really
I
good.
want you to spoil for me is there any Puff Puff?
No.
No, Puff Puff.
I'm not watching this trash movie. Dude.
No,
good.
You know?
Puff.
I don't
watch
have
this-
context.
You know?
I don't give a shit about goddamn Puff
So what do y'all
I don't
playing?
even think
What are
there's
y'all
metal
watching?
slimes in it.
What y'all doing?
I know. Right?
You still playing Dead by
DLC.
Daylight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I play that.
Oh,
last
how's
night.
that Resident Evil patch? I heard the Raccoon City didn't work.
Have you been to Raccoon City yet?
No,
Is
it's
it
doesn't
still
work?
not
Locked out?
active.
Oh, it just doesn't work
Wow.
at all.
Yeah,
No,
like the
they-
map came in and they took it out.
No.
Oh my bad.
They you don't even play the game.
Oh my god.
No, they were
I mean, you're bleeding. I don't know if you noticed, but you're bleeding.
Yeah.
they dropped the characters because you've got Leon and Jill that
Yeah.
have costumes to be Claire and Chris,
Oh, weird.
and then Nemesis, who looks like he's wearing trash bags. I don't really
It
understand.
doesn't look
Nice.
good. I don't like the model.
It doesn't look good. But I will say, when you're playing against Nemesis,
Mm.
because like most of the killers are faster than you are,
Right.
like that's just how it is. But none of them like full out run. When you turn and you see Nemesis, he is barreling at you,
wow.
and it's
That's awesome.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like I went to go get one of my friends off the hook. I was like, okay, he's hooking this person. I should have enough time to go get you off the hook, and we'll like get away safely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going up, and I look, and he's just there. I gotta go. I'm sorry. Like, I don't have time to get to you.
Fuck that.
Yeah, how is a man
what's his
this
ability?
big? Go
Does he have a
moving
rocket
that
launcher?
fast.
He has
Oh.
a tentacle
Okay.
thing.
That
So
makes
it's like
sense. Is it a
nasty
pull?
Nemesis. Yeah.
Well, no, it whips out and it infects you with the T virus.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
It
What?
cover-
And then he
covers
just-
you in blue.
And then he
Oh,
just
you
straight
get
up
blued?
You can tell me
punches.
blue.
Don't blue me.
I blew
the
myself.
virus,
Ah, there you
and
go.
he punches. And the first time I was watching my friend Squirrel, he plays killer more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time I watched him go up and attack somebody, I wasn't anticipating him to just
Just blocks him.
push. I'm just like, what the
That's a
fuck?
classic
Well,
Nemesis right
plus, you
there.
know,
That's
like Survivor.
He's
and he's just
giant.
that's a tall dude.
But yeah,
in a
the
trash
map,
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the map, they were letting like not. I don't know. I guess developers play. It wasn't normal people playing the
Yeah.
map.
For testing purposes.
They were just falling through it.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Ooh.
sucks.
So,
Hey,
like-
you got to be able to,
Novid, once
clip
again.
through things, right? And
But,
then
like, I think it dropped at like 11 a.m. on the day that it dropped, and like 10 minutes later, they put something up and was like, "Hi, yeah, we've had to take out Raccoon City from being able to be played. We're so sorry. We'll let you know when it comes back." And then they gave us a whole bunch of blood points that you use
Okay.
to like level stuff up, and I'm like,
All
"Oh,
right.
we'll take the blood points. Okay."
Yeah.
Alvo gave
cool.
us a bunch of money because they kept breaking things.
Yeah,
So.
I'm telling you,
But
Novid,
I'm
man.
also
Novid's real.
playing the Yuffie storyline for Final
Oh,
Fantasy
cool for
VII.
integrate.
How are you
Yeah.
enjoying it?
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're playing
it
it on
looks good.
on
On
PS5.
five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is it heavily focused on cutscenes, or is there like a fair enough amount of gameplay to really? I see
I
that
think
look.
I'm 2 hours in, and there's been a lot of cutscenes.
bet.
That's what I figured.
But that was how it was for just 7 Remake. Although
Yeah.
I will say
Yeah.
that it's not just solely a walking simulator this time.
That's
they
what I was
might have
kinda
listened to
concerned about.
us and not just had you slow walk everywhere.
God, I
You can
hated
run.
that.
Oh,
Fuck.
And
I
like
hated
out
that
of the
so
gate,
much.
out of the gate, it seems more challenging than base game was.
Really?
Yeah.
Excluding like this is the hard part.
Okay, so
Right.
you end up
Whole
getting
house.
paired up
Yeah,
with some
yeah.
guy. I can't remember what his name is at this moment. But I ended up in a section with, like, a monster, and the guy is like, yo, this isn't gonna be easy. And, like, I'm not the best at video games, but, like,
You play Dead by Daylight. I'm sure you're fine.
I do
Yeah.
okay. And so,
My wife
like,
is fantastic. She will also beat anyone's ass in fighting games.
Boom.
I get
talk about
in,
that later.
and, like,
Gauntlet thrown.
I know. It's
three
kind of
or
making me
four
mad.
times to beat this one monster.
That dog.
Because
That fucking dog.
the guy that you're with can't dodge one of these things moves.
What's up with
and
dumb
the-
friends, man? Stop
move
giving us
that
dumb
it
friends.
Dumb AI,
It
man.
knocks you down to the ground and, like, rips your neck out, and then you're just dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it's an instant kill.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
oh.
And he
that
doesn't dodge it ever. Like, the
No,
4
that
times
sucks.
that I played it, it was like,
Come
I'm gonna
on.
do this thing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dodge around you. And he's like, no, I'm gonna go over here. I'm like,
Yeah.
But he does have one ability though. Like if you get down before he does,
he kills himself to revive you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's
And I
yeah.
didn't
Maybe
know that was
that's
a thing at
maybe
first.
that's just his talent is dying.
But see, that's the thing though. I mean, he can tank. He doesn't do much damage
Right.
from what I was watching. But then you gotta risk fucking Phoenix downing him
Yeah.
while this thing is charging
Yeah,
around to
no.
one shot you.
Yeah.
And, like,
I'm
the
gonna pass on
rough
that.
times.
amount of time that it takes you to be able to use your abilities, the ATB bar.
Yeah, totally.
Mhm.
Okay, so I get one bar, dude man's dead. I Phoenix down him, but then I'm having to sit and skirt around to get the monster away from him to be able to attack it, to get my ATB bar up so that I can then heal him.
Right.
Because he's not healing himself
And so you don't is always just the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
for right now.
Okay.
Terrible.
They do have a game called Fort Condor, and I don't know about you guys and, like, mini games in games, but, like,
Yeah.
I'll get sucked into it, and that's all I'll
What
do.
is Fort Condor?
So you have, like, essentially 2 pawns and a queen, and then 2 pawns and a queen, and you're putting down enemies to go over and attack the 2 pawns and the queen, and that's how you win. But it's on a timer, and, like,
Can you use any chess pieces to combat them?
it's not necessarily, I'm just using those terms.
Got
as,
you. Okay.
You can, so it has the attack range and just, like, close up, and
Okay.
it's like
Yeah.
red, green, blue.
So rock paper scissors style.
Essentially,
Okay.
and, like, one is better than the other, but that one's better than this one.
Yep.
And so you see what they put down, and it's like a green, and you're like, okay, I throw down a red one, so it should kill that one. But you're pushing towards the other side,
It's got like an auto battle thing going on.
Huh.
and,
it's
like,
like
once
you
you
constantly
put them
keep going.
down, they do it by themselves.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
pick
Wow.
what you're putting down, and they do it. And then you're moving forward, trying to take those 3 towers out.
It sounds like Lords of Verminion. It's a game in Final Fantasy 14 that they put in there.
Well,
that
what was
you
the
can
tower
use.
defense one in Final Fantasy VII? You remember that in the original one?
Yeah.
It does that.
I think
weird-
that was just like a side quest.
Well,
or
but I
whatever,
wonder,
yeah.
is it anything like that kind
I
of?
don't remember that.
Man,
I
it was
don't-
kind
it
of
was-
shit.
you-
to
it
be
was-
honest. It was kind of
Yeah, it was like you were trying to do like this tower defense. It was like a side quest or
Yeah.
whatever, and you're trying to protect these people who are just bunkered up in this like place up in the mountains. But what you do is all of your units are these like yellow and blue and green polygon like robot people that you just place in certain
How do I
spots.
not remember this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
And then
I mean, that
red
might be
polygon
the, like,
robot
Like
people
inspiration.
come
updated
up.
version.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure all of these are derivatives of that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Visually,
but, like,
it really.
I spent like an hour just
Yeah.
beating the
Yeah.
like. You gotta beat rank 1, and then you gotta beat rank 2 to do like a little side quest. And it was just like, I hope you guys don't mind talking to stream like this. This is all I'm gonna be doing
Yep,
for like
that's
an
It's
hour.
like it's rad. It's a rad
Yeah,
little mini game.
absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
it really reminds. It's like auto battler kind of MOBA vibes.
Oh, cool.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the stationary things are very much your towers,
Mhm.
and there's not lanes, but like at least in
You
one map
have
I saw there
two-
were like breaks.
Yeah.
There's like a wall
Yeah.
separating both sides of the enemy side, my side, but then there's like little tiny breaks. So I guess that's your lanes
Okay.
to kind of strategize.
I'm kind of glad that tower defense is finding a home outside of the mobile market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we also have Age of Empires coming back, which is
Oh.
that's great to
Yeah.
hear, right? That's great to see.
But see, but 3 was weird.
Yeah.
3 was
yeah.
weird. But I haven't seen anything on the 4
Yeah.
because 3 was weird. I was just like, I don't know, man.
No, I just know about it, but
Well, it's just cool to see strategy games back.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
I feel like they were kind of
Yeah, the
absent
Condor
for a long
Mountain.
time.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was. Well,
Yeah.
We've talked for quite a while.
Well,
Yeah.
before we go, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Since now you share a health bar, I guess that means that you guys are a tag character. So are you a stand and a stand user? Are you a double character? What's going on here?
I mean, I
what
would
are you
love
guys?
to be a stand user.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So who would
Yeah.
be the stand?
So does that mean she's your stand?
Yeah, who's
Is that
the
how that
stand?
works?
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't understand the question.
You don't understand? Well, no. You know how in a fighting game sometimes there's a double character,
Kinda like
and it's
Persona?
either
Persona.
Yeah, sometimes it's a persona where like you have a secondary that you summon. Sometimes it's two people working in tandem. Which one is it?
I feel like it'd be working in tandem.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's-
thinking
yeah.
too. Yeah.
I just like the idea of stand user.
No, you just you just want to be a stand user. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
Oh, no.
I'm Trey's persona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't unsummon him.
Yeah.
I've tried
just
for years.
always
so many
here.
things.
Always
So
here.
just
is
sticking
it like an
around.
open relationship kind of thing, or?
I mean, yeah.
That's
we
good.
share
That's fine.
everything.
That's
That's
fine.
right.
It's 2021. That's fine.
Remember, I told you the whole thing about guys with beards. You want to find a guy with a beard and then without a beard. It gets weird.
Well, I had asked Phil because he was just like, "Where's Scott?" I was just like, "I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like your best friend, Like, why don't you go find him?" I don't remember how it came up, but I was just like, I mean, you're telling me you haven't made out with Scott once in your friendship?
The beards get
Just
stuck.
once?
That's
You can't
right,
do it.
yeah.
Can't do it. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, thank everybody for being on this.
Yes, thank you guys so much for
joining.
being
We'll
in the
have you all
chat.
back on
and
as soon as we can.
Yeah.
We'll find another good topic. I mean, I'm really thinking we're gonna have to have this Nick Cage weekend.
I
That
think it'd be
seems
You know
The
what I
cage
mean?
fight.
I will
We're gonna have
stay
a
The cage
the
fight.
cage fight.
Yeah.
You guys can just have that.
Oh,
I'll
you don't want
stay
to be part of
home.
the cagey?
No.
Nick Cage
Nature.
fight.
Might get a little cagey around
Little
here.
cagey.
Oh, hold on. Let me see when Pig comes out.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
real quick.
When will
But
Pig
well,
come?
while you're looking at that, thank you guys so much for being looking and listening to the show. Check us out on YouTube, Anchor, and Spotify, and all of these things that you see at the
these
bottom of the
lovely
screen.
things at the bottom of the
We're all stream games currently on Twitch, so and all of the names where you need to find that are up there at the top of our health bars. So go check those
And
out.
there's
and
links
make
to
sure that
ours.
you
I'll put theirs in
follow.
there, too.
Make sure that you hit that bell. That way you know when we're going to be streaming and doing this podcast again, which we do every Saturday. And guys, do y'all have anything to promote? Are y'all planning on playing anything in specific
Well,
on your
tomorrow
individual
we're going to
chain?
be doing some Sunday vibes with Electronauts. We're going live at 1:00 p.m. That is Central Time, so 2:00 Eastern. What does that make that? 12? Does that make that? 12?
Sure.
11?
Yeah.
What? Figure it out. You know your time zones.
Yeah.
And so
Look it
yeah,
up.
just tune in if you want to watch. If you want to participate, go for it. If you just want to have some vibes on in the background, I'm just going to be making some sweet, sweet jams for y'all.
And we're gonna try to hit some Strive later tonight.
Yeah.
Y'all
And
streaming
Brad.
later?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah,
well,
probably.
I need to see what's up with this Talum.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
Ooh.
I-
accept
That's
it.
fine. That's fine.
Ooh.
And I
Those
will
ones.
continue.
So, okay, so, like-
yeah.
Wolf grew up with tape. Having I have a sibling, but she's 10 years older. They're much closer in age.
2.5 years.
2.5. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they played fighting games together.
Okay.
I didn't jam on fighting. I was a single player guy.
Okay.
So then it comes around and they're like, "We should play this," and I just get my fucking face stomped in.
Get
I
tossed
love
back and
I
forth,
love
huh?
DC Comics so much.
Moth, I love you, but
So
that's
I-
why I wasn't talking to you. That's why I'm looking straight at the one over there,
That's fine.
trash
Yeah.
talking. And so Calibur was very
Wasn't
personal.
trash talking.
Yeah, Look,
With
look,
your
the
eyes.
second you said with your eyes, you said it, and I saw you
Right.
stab him earlier with your eye. All right. I gotta.
But like I did. We got the super bundle for Injustice 2 when it was coming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh
So I
yeah.
was like because it was like right around Mother's Day, and of course I had to work, so I'm like, we're getting the big bundle. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it, And like after most of the time, Wolf and I are playing against each other. She's just like, we can play something else.
It's
I
okay.
know that
You don't
feeling.
have to
Yeah.
keep dealing with this. It's
I'm
okay.
like, I'm like, but I love the Flash.
Yeah.
That's how you
cry.
get
Oh,
good
yeah.
though.
It isn't even that good of a fighting game, honestly.
No, and it's not.
Injustice,
It's not.
It's,
I'm
it's
just-
look, NRS
kinda
games
cool.
are just nice to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
yeah,
cool
yeah,
to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I like seeing like
But-
the specials and stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna-
like
I'm gonna
like
pick up,
Supergirl,
SoCal
and
6
she's
though,
just
so
like
we can play it.
needs to speak to the manager and just screams your ass down. She just goes ultra Karen. It's amazing, dude. It's so good.
We could do, yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
need to sign
thank
off.
you guys.
Anyway,
Yeah, we
yeah,
should
good.
leave.
Goodbye.
We should leave. We should go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
We're gonna go eat food. Bye.